Alright, greetings and salutation. Greetings, greetings, greetings. If you guys are having a good night. I just had a fun hour or so screwing around with Samius. But we're going to be moving over to JavaBot for the rest of the evening. Bessie Boy liked my tweet, making a T and a P. I'm getting ready for tonight's stream. It's good to know. Hopefully we'll have some people trickling in right away to start the night off strong. Strong like bull. Like hamburger helper. Wait, no, that's not how that works. Oh yeah, I sent myself tasty hams. I forgot. Oh man. All right, repair slice. So let's take a look. Some stuff changed on JavaBot relatively intensely yesterday. Some of it happened at the very end of last night's stream, so it may not be completely obvious. We actually need to start getting the daggers moved off, but we don't have to worry about that right this minute, I don't think. Got all this XP to get out of the way too. Let's get this out of the way. Come on, you can do it. You can go in the bank. Yes, you can. There we go. Perfect. All right. So like I said, we fiddled with our gear a little bit yesterday. We're using a moon slice and a regular slice as our weapons for now. They seem to be doing okay, not like amazing. They're fine. Oh man, Connie Corellian? Is that close? Connie Corellian. Corlon? I don't know. Thank you, Con. The big Con father. The Con this daughter. I don't know. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Welcome to the USS Fat Halfling. Hope you have a wonderful day today. Thank you for being part of the stream. So anyway, yeah, we're using these kind of medium daggers. I just don't have anything that's really better dagger-wise. And we're kind of fiddling with the double strike tree, stuff like that. So if we look over here, right now our double strike is 34%. Of course, if we land a blow with the rapid slash, that instantly goes up to 54%, which is an awful lot of damage increase if you think about it, that you may not necessarily notice with just looking at it. So yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. We have an 81 PRR at the moment. I would like to get that up a little bit higher still, but it's going to be slow going. We may or may not fiddle around with the falconry tree some. I haven't decided. But I definitely want to be able to take Warcaster Haste, basically adding haste to our spell list, and I'd like to be able to get the one with blades and get those crits up even higher. So those are the plan. I think Beef is going to join us. I sent him a tell. Let me see if I can figure out what character he's on. He said he was gonna like try to get some fragments, I believe. So I think that's what he's off to do. We are level 15, which means we can do anything from 13s to 16 with no problem. So let's keep looking at the list just because, but really don't care. I think we'll probably just start. I don't want to start the Age of Rage because I want to be able to have Beef join us for the whole thing. So maybe I just go do this Memoirs of an Illusionary Larcener. Or like a Archon's Trial type stuff. Is there anything... Because at 14 we have... Yeah, 14 things get a little weirder. So let's just go to... I think it's in the harbor? Let's go knock this thing out. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot, go. Bang! Got my hairs cut today. My head is cold. My ears are cold. I might switch to a beanie at some point. But we'll just see. I've decided that... Ooh, I did not bring a helper.
Don't be shy. Come in, come in.
Come in, come in.
Step on over to the symbols on the floor.
Man, it's gonna be one of those days.
To begin. The first steps to find the hero of this story. A true upstanding citizen. Ooh, be warned though, she is a master of disguise.
You just carry letters back and forth like Alright. So the elf murderer will have to be put down. Because we're not a racist and we can't just put her down for being an elfy elf. We have to, there has to be a good reason. We found the bar. We found the bar. We've clicked at the bar. There we go. We did it. We figured it out. This quest, man. His men's gonna deal with us. Dangerous. Let's boost our strength a little bit. Obviously that helps. As you can see now, we've racked up a couple of stacks of our one thing. We'll start doing our extra light damage pretty quick. I missed. And I feel like our damage is not terrible. It's just a little bit... It definitely takes a beating in Reapers, Reaper 1s and above. Which will be our primary bread and butter, I think, after level 20. But we're going to take advantage of our friends. Tobrel, Distributed, to a lesser extent, Beef and Talab. Have them put us on our back and carry us to victory. Let's get this, oh, let's get this guy down. There we go. I like to get all the chipping damage under control. Murdery health. And in Rift.
But you sure can't stay here. Amongst the bodies. Back to town.
Where's Distributed at? Oh, he's level 21. You tell him to slow his roll a little bit. We'll be up there
I think she
pretty
forgot to
soon.
mention that the elf has a lot of friends. You may want to make your exit a hasty one.
So what do you think? Should we... Yeah, there's enough guys here. Let's blood is life. The blood is life. So delicioso. So blood and life makes all of our daggers get life stealing. Which actually makes us super durable. But only lasts like so many seconds for every divine the divine feat for your religious lore, which ironically you get as a bard. So it's possible that you could add a few like 5 levels of cleric into a bard's build, or a few levels of bard into a cleric build, and do something very similar and be swashbuckling. The disadvantage is if you do this build is that I'm pretty sure you want to be in heavy armor and you can't swashbuckle in heavy armor. But maybe you could get away without having to swashbuckle it up. I don't know. But like I said, the blood is life. So good. I didn't die. I swear I saw him die. What a jerk.
A ship fit for a... well, fit for a minor figure in the Sharn Syndicate, at least. Oh, I apologize for the smell, but...
Alright, so I'm not super familiar with...
story to be authentic.
Now we gotta talk to somebody first. Alright, talk to the Commandor. Okay, well, apparently not that way. I thought that was an open door. Lucy Lawful. It's more up, right? We wants to go the downs. Nope, not back here. Aha, the downs. The big downs. This is always my problem, is getting back to this area. Fight for my life! Oh, Lucy. Did we slaughter enough of these guys? We did. We did. Stabbity stabbities. Oh, my tea.
Ah, the forest. How many adventurers, adventures, come to an end in the forest? So
How many adventurers come to the end of the forest? I usually don't leave the sounds on quite so high when I'm playing unless I got the stream on. So then every once in a while I'll pick up some piece of flavor text or something that I haven't caught before. That's pretty funny.
hop on the symbols one last time, and we shall return to where it all began.
It's definitely a letter 9. Or a 6. Rawr.
But this is where the story actually ends. Trapped in a clearing in the woods with everyone you betrayed descending upon you. I did say there would be danger after all.
This is a spellcaster guy, right? Yeah. Make sure he stays silenced. Stay on Lucy, she's almost dead. And the Archon.
Well, you fared better than I expected.
Nice.
Hop on the symbols one last time. No. I really mean
Not that
this
bad.
time. No more tricks. I promise. This is why meeting strangers is so interesting.
So
A story
interesting.
even I didn't know existed. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. And for that, a reward is due.
Yeah. Give me the treasures. Oh, man. That's nice. So I got a little bit of time working on the bus today. Oh, Voodoo is on. That a monster. Alright, what else do we want to do? Not that button.
Hello.
Hey, there he is. Well, with the addition of beef to our party...
You have a regular stew.
Actually thinking now it's time for... the Age of Rage.
Ugh.
I didn't want to start it without you, so you would, we wouldn't have to repeat anything. I don't know, it made sense at the time. Distributed, made some comment in guild chat about where he was. And of course I'm like, well, slow down, that's too high. Can't play there yet. They're like, oh, it was a mistell. I'm like, you wanted to play with me, don't lie.
I want to play with anybody who wants to let me pike their XP.
You're doing a fine amount of work. Don't think you're not.
My DPS is quite low. It is a stark contrast to the Inquisitive.
That's fair enough. There's Talabs. What's up, big boy?
So, are you guys doing your pen and paper the day after Christmas next week?
I think we decided to take the rest of the year off of that.
Gotcha.
Just because the scheduling has been all crazy, we're going to try to come back after the new year.
I found a paralyzing bow,
You arrive outside the night.
so I
Nice.
might paralyze things from time to time.
You should discuss your mission with your companion from the 12. You've been told the Disciples of Rage are planning some kind of attack.
Doing dishes, just finished listening to the
Guards of the
impeachment
local
hearings.
shopkeepers may be
I have not listened to well, I shouldn't say zero.
You climb up on
Very
them,
minute
only to
amount
find that you've
of the
disturbed
impeachment
the
hearings.
So I joined the Pug Baba, and the 12th man that joined was Piku. I was like, no. And he talked the entire time.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with this Piku fellow, I guess, but I know
You've never been in a quest with him, have you?
I have no idea, to be perfectly honest. The names seem super familiar, but outside of the fact that you guys are playing with him a bunch.
If he has a nickname other than Piku, it's the Mouth.
The mouth. Oh man.
Please, do me the honor of lighting the street lamps. That always marks the
And him and one of the other guys in the raid started like going all hardcore Republican, talking about the impeachment. It was not good.
Some people rush home, play in the dark.
I mean, oh no. I think I probably buy a lot more of the line, the Republican side of this stuff, but at the same time, it's like I really want the Republicans to go through the process really in depth and give a crap. So when they show when they vote, it's not just a partisan thing. Because right now I'm pretty sure the fact that the House voted the way they did was clearly just a pure partisan. They've even accidentally slipped up and admitted as much, that they were just trying to find an excuse in a time that it would damage the president. And again, I don't. If they want to do it, it's fine, but I think you should not make it a partisan tool, because it's just going to.
If they had made it a censure instead of a...
Yeah, I've heard a couple people say that would be better.
Would have been alright. Instead of an impeachment. But since he literally did nothing illegal, it is difficult for a Republican to take a stance that they should vote for him. Which means it'll not pass the Senate.
Yeah, it'll get or not get the right wording. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. But like I said, I kind of hope that Mitch McConnell and the Republicans really
This is an exquisitely crafted
go cray-cray
film. Not at all what you'd expect to find there.
on it,
Halfling.
so there's absolutely clear
No
that
doubt it fell off a cart.
there was nothing.
I need to go AFK for like 5 minutes.
Some halflings
Okay.
broke into this antique shop.
Make sure you're in a
and
safe
stole a valuable
spot.
phone.
I'm safe-ish.
You can find it while you're searching the area.
But
Antique
yeah, I don't
dealers
know.
delight
Other than
to
that, I
have
really
the
don't
stolen
care.
thrown back. He rewards you with a
Super
chest
partisanness
full of
is-
items from his shop.
not what I'm about.
I do hope that you find what you're looking for tonight, my friend.
So I really have not been paying that much attention. A couple of different people have
The
said
Tavern
stuff
owner
like
insists
it's
that you get rid of the thugs outside the blazing beacon before he'll let
it
you
was
inside.
so clearly telegraphed and foretold that there was no doubt that they weren't going to go through these steps. And then when Nancy Pelosi says things like, we've been trying to make this happen for 22 months, it's pretty clear that it's not about what they're talking about. So that being said, I don't have a dog in the race at this point. Anyway, off to other, better, more fun topics. I pulled the first little bit of money out of the Patreon account. I want to say thank you to all of the patrons who helped make that possible. Haven't decided exactly what that's going to go to yet, but it's either going to go to the bus or it's going to go to getting the Pokemon, the new screen capture device, so we can start streaming Pokemon and other console games again with Remy. So one of those two things, both things are going to happen over the next couple of weeks. It's just gotta pick which one's gonna be done first. I probably should sit down and really figure out which capture device I want to get. Just get it ordered tonight. This way it'd be here just in time for me not to fiddle with it. But that means that
Rolo agrees
What,
to
Monday?
let you know the
Monday I could
town's
fiddle with it a little bit, probably. If we were to order it tonight. It'd be here like, or even tomorrow it could potentially be here for the weekend. I thought there was a collectible right there. Suspect some shenanigans.
Figures wearing fearsome masks guard the tavern interior. These must be
Shadow marked always death
rage.
marked. Need to get heightened pretty soon. Need to get heightened and quickened so I can sound burst easier. So with Sanctuary turned on, it's 101 PRR. That's pretty good, right? Like, seems good. I don't know if it's good enough, but alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and come back and shrine a little bit after this next fight here. What else is going on today? Oh! My wife is finally starting to see what I've been trying to say about my mother-in-law for a while. So that's nice to get on the same page. Now we just got to get my sister-in-law on the same page so we can figure this out as a family. My wife went over there today to help her. Sure, the refrigerator went out. I told you guys about this yesterday. I had to go over there and check on it. And turns out that some critter got in there and shorted out the motherboard on the computer, on the refrigerator, goofed it up. And sorry, just a minute. I gotta. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. Something. Anyway, and my mother-in-law didn't seem to. I mean, she cared that her refrigerator was out, but she didn't care that things that led up to it. And while she was there, my wife found out she has not signed up for a new doctor. They got the new health insurance stuff kicked in, but from her husband's new job, which apparently it's really good health insurance, but she refuses to like fill out the paperwork to get a new doctor. And she's like, well, my anti-seizure meds are about to run out, and blah 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 blah. And she's just like taking no initiative to get a new doctor.
Talk about your mother-in-law.
Yeah, like I said, my wife went over there earlier today, and
The manager of the night market stands
is
on
finally
the
starting to
pedestal
see
of
some of the
the
stuff I've been trying to tell her about for a while.
You
That we're
found
gonna
it.
have to take a more
Just
active
in time. Could happen any moment.
stance in
Must
her
stop the cultists before they can
care.
develop their plan.
My wife's just like, hey, if she has to do a big chunk of this. I'm like, I agree.
Smile on his face.
If she
Wait,
doesn't want to help
you
herself,
really
then
have no idea?
no amount of our helping is going to help.
We are the ones behind this. The disciples
So,
of rage.
hopefully we'll be able to have a useful family meeting around Christmas, and or just blow it up. One of the two. I don't even know. Probably both.
The curse that destroyed the giants has returned. You hear the cries of an angry mob in the distance. A riot has broken out on the streets of the city. You hear that? That's the sound of the future.
Alright.
It's the sound of the Age of Rage.
Age of Rage!
And screaming crowds echo from the streets nearby. You need to alert the Storm Reach Guard right
Oh, that guy
away.
got the paralyzed.
Can end the riots.
But yeah, those are like the main things that happened today. I got a little bit of work done on the bus. Like I said, I'll hopefully tomorrow the weather will continue to hold up okay, and I'll probably spend the daytime kind of working
Supposed to
on
be
that,
like mid-40s here tomorrow.
which is totally fine as long as it's not like actively snowing or raining. I need to cut some more, trim some more boards, like literally take 1.5 inches off the end of some boards, and I just don't want to have to do that in active snow or wet.
The mind player uses his psionic powers to pacify
Yeah, I
the
always forget
enraged
about Fred.
residents in and around the restaurant.
Doing Fred things. But I got that new longer drill bit, which lets me drill holes through the 2x4 and into the frame of the bus, so the new bed frames are all supported correctly and well. It's gonna be very structurally sound, I believe. Max rated for this fatty.
Look at me, I earned 10% XP.
Woohoo! Who are you paralyzing people inside a firewall?
I should have 130-ish paralyzed DC in my next build. At level 30.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Oh, I also forgot the enchantment focus. You were asking why I was going to do that. Besides Greater Command, the Trickery domain also gets a Mass Dominate SLA. Or maybe it's not Dominate. Maybe it's Charm, Mass Charm.
Something anyway.
It's some sort of Mass Charm, like make the monsters fight for me stuff.
And I do enjoy this build from 1 to 20. I had mentioned earlier, someone was asking me about it.
Yeah, it's good 1 to 20 for sure.
Yeah,
It's not sorcerer good, but it's very good.
well, it generally is highly survived. It's much better on not a Warforged, right? When your full heals fire off,
The god Arjuna seems to be suffering from a
for
yeah,
full value,
human
it's much.
or PDK or
Yeah,
like
it's
a
much
Sun
better on
Elf.
not a robot. But short of that, it's a very fun build in my opinion. And you don't really get that many like dual wielding cleric stuff.
Did you click the
You ring
bell? Yeah.
The doors fly open and guards rush out. For a moment, you're sure you've found help. But still you notice the fury in their eyes.
So then I can currently boost to 101 PRR. I think I'll be able to make that higher a little bit later. Can get to
Better
50,
than my 10 PRR.
Yeah, I can get to 54% double strike. We'll have haste in a couple of levels. I think we can just find some slightly better daggers.
What are you using?
I'm using a moon slice and a slice right now.
Sun Slice?
No, just a regular slice. I don't have the sun slice.
Moon Slice is probably the highest DPS you can get, other than the Syrian,
Yeah.
depending on what you're fighting.
Wow, they don't even care. My 10 button to see if anything happens. Oh, I got some. Look at me go.
Death with the harbor beacon seems to have brought down a curse upon the city. A curse that causes uncontrollable
I feel like there's something that good that comes out of these. I don't have all the gear out of this.
and warn them of this disaster.
And I didn't get any. Need to make sure that I have the named item things running. This treasure's green.
You're green. I'm green.
That's fair. In fact, I'm actually gonna run to the bank super fast. So you said you were getting tokens of the 12 or feather tokens?
It was gonna be tokens of 12, but then I saw that Bob raid and I joined that.
Ah.
I only have like 11 tokens of the 12 right now. And I need to TR this guy and loaf beef like 7 more times. 12 more times.
I remember
100
thinking
more
that I
times.
had all of that I needed. I had so many
Wrong.
tokens of the 12 I was never going to need anymore, and now all I need is
Rachel
tokens
Past
of the
Life
12.
said no.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, I'm going to put on a beanie. My ears are freezing. Alright, what are those one potions called? Treasure Hunters?
There is one called that. Treasure Hunter Elixir. And there's also the Jewel of Fortunes. And there's another thing too.
Jabba's got some Jewel of Fortunes. We can eat those. I thought I had some
I-
Treasure Hunter elixirs on...
I have a bunch of Jewel of Fortunes. You want some?
No, I have some. I just need to fire them off. I was just trying to look for anything to help increase the odds of getting some good
I have
stuff
a
out
bunch
of
of
there.
the orange ones.
I just have blue ones. It's not a big deal. I gotta eat these to get them out of my backpack anyway. Damn, they're not here.
Look.
Okay.
If they're in my shared bank, I'll get them.
That's aggravating. Which means they must have got left in Sam's backpack, which means they do no good. Because Sam's not going to drink that stuff. Not going to screw around with...
There's another thing that improves the loot, but I don't remember what it's called. You can't buy it from the store. It only drops in gold worlds.
I know there's a Greater Treasure Hunters one. But that's the only other one I can think of. Wow. So I have a bunch of these blue ones. I don't know where they came from. Alright. Starting quarantine. But yeah, at one time I had like 90 of the
Tokens of 12.
of the level. No, the blue jewels.
You must have got them from collectibles turned-ins.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you where I got them from.
Or you duped them like a filthy cheater.
No, it wasn't that.
The result of House Jarasco's bombardment.
I think they were like on super sale
According to the Hugh,
one time, and there was
Riot is
like
treated with this substance with the
a bunch of them for
They also
not a
know
lot.
Jarasco stands near a magic barrier.
Did you want to summon a hireling?
I don't have a hireling on me.
She looks at you with both hope
Oh,
and
I
fear.
thought you just had one.
Elsie lowers the nearby portcullis, giving you access
Okay,
to
well, I'll go get one for the next quest.
Okay.
I'm gonna level up anyway after this quest.
To 15?
Yeah.
You get the sense that too many
And of course, all my Sharn loot is on my other character.
So I can take a minute and level up. It'll take
Where it
me
belongs.
at least a few minutes to churn through that other quest. I actually really like these.
The last of the cursed rioters of the court
These.
have been pacified
These Age of Rage quests, except for the last one.
from the outside.
I feel like that infight's unnecessarily.
I don't like that whole last quest. You gotta do that stupid maze where you can't see anything.
Yeah,
You gotta hunt down the Umbra Hulks in the cave.
that generally doesn't bother me that much, either of those things. It's just the
And that
infight.
infight.
And it's just the sheer number of those glow balls that spawn.
The eyeballs.
Yeah. Like, there could be 20% less of those, and it would be fine.
There's a remnant there.
Yeah, I see it. Let's see. I saved this for you, and this for you, and one of these for you. And then when you get low, holler at me, and I'll be happy to cast heals. I'll try casting masses as I see needed.
Haberdasher says that he knows of several others who bore no ill effect from the curse. The disciples of Rage urge the crowd inside the plaza to commit greater and greater acts of madness. As you approach, you spot several cultists dashing into the alley to the east. Something whistles in
Man, paralyzing weapons sure aren't what they used to be.
Watch out! They're sending in more of that mist!
Seems close.
It's a DC 17, but these guys should have like almost zero will save. They're enraged citizens. I mean, like,
Yeah, but aren't they like CR 18s or 20s or something?
yeah, but still.
19s.
This is a minimum level 14 bow. I think paralyzing only appears on level 12 or higher loot. Or maybe it's 10 or higher.
Yeah, I think it's a plus. It was a +5 modifier back in the way back.
Yeah. Back when it followed the rules of D&D.
Yeah.
3rd edition.
Oh no, we were doing a TR Samius this morning, right? And I was playing
I have killed 1 guy. You've killed 9. We're doing great.
what's the new area called? Keep on the
Keep on the
Borderlands?
Borderlands.
Yeah, we were doing those quests, and we ran into the level 1 docent, and I was like, it's +5, alright, that's some power creep. And Talab's like mocking me, he's like, oh, Samus, this gear's so bad, and then later it's like, oh, power creep. I'm like, well, +5 armor at level 1,
Yeah.
that's
You
pretty
used to have to
creepy.
like run the fire caves or whatever the hell that little side tunnel quest is in Thran.
Yeah, like that's a big jump though. Like
When the level cap was 8. And you were like running STK, and you were like, "Oh, I got a keen weapon.
that's right.
Suck on it."
You're like everyone stand in a circle so the wizard can spend his entire mana bar to kill the giant. Game was different.
I didn't play then. When I
man.
started, the level cap was 20, but I've heard lots of stories.
It was a different beast. Like I said, I can tell you the chest that I got my first Vorpal. I don't know if I
Invasion
still
worked
have
in
it.
heavy armor. Oh yeah, that sounds like a time I would have liked. What? I have a 45 AC and vision? I'm awesome.
Tubrel says so old. You are so old.
Yay!
Yay!
Where's
Aw,
Truck
Cameron's
Bill?
there.
Why isn't he playing a level 15? Where's Rescue Ranger?
I don't even know if he has a low B character. I mean, he TR'd Tubrel this week. But I think he boxed him, so...
He bought a few of those.
You all came here seeking a home.
Sometimes somebody has more money than time on his hands.
That's fair. I wasn't begrudging him for buying them.
I wasn't either. Merely stating sometimes you have more money than time. Now he's gonna be the flipped way around, but he's gotta spend that time looking for a jab.
Yeah. He just has to decide where he wants to live before he
That
starts living.
too. Well, I think he goes wherever the job is. Like, I think he tries to find something he'll enjoy that's a little bit different for a while and then goes there. You know, I keep telling him that he is a relatively young, single guy with a reasonable enough skill. He could go anywhere. Go anywhere and get a job, basically. Or you can have fun pretty much anywhere you want to go. Yeah, pretty much.
Anywhere.
Within reason.
Okay, I feel like you're being a little overly optimistic.
I mean, like, he can't go to the moon. Like, there's no jobs on the moon right now. He can't go
Well,
there.
I meant like any company.
I mean, I think that he probably could. Like, within reason. He could probably get in at pretty much any company that has that he's qualified for. I feel like he's qualified for quite a bit of stuff.
That's a lot of caveats you're throwing on there.
I mean, sure. It's not like he could go in and be the CEO of Google.
No, but I just meant like there are companies that he is not qualified to do any position for.
I was more talking like city. Like, he could go to any city or state. Oh, he says F me, he's moonbound. It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. But he's
Tubrel
talking...
joined SpaceX.
No, he's talking about hookers flipping on the moon, not... Oh, hello, little red name. I didn't even notice you there.
It's because I was dealing with it.
Then it knocked me down, I had to kill it.
And I ran it through the blade barrier enough that it decided that you were important.
As it should have done. I don't know. I really do think that Tubrel could land on his feet pretty much any place.
Here comes the citizen.
In the U.S. and even some places overseas if he wanted.
Freeze, citizen! Oh, RoboCop. I should watch that.
I haven't watched RoboCop in a long time.
Me either.
I watched a bunch of 80 movies a few years ago with Tanya and Remy, and the Facebook thing popped back up. And because I posted a reminder. And we were watching Die Hard, one of my favorite movies to watch this time of year. And she kept doing this Arnold impression.
He's not in that movie.
Get to the chopper. Yeah, but she kept screaming, get to the chopper. And I finally look over and go, you realize that that's Predator, right? She goes, no, it's Die Hard. Like, oh my god. It was great.
Did she realize she was wrong, or does she believe
No,
that
she
was
still
correct to
thinks
this
he's...
day?
Still thinks she just missed it.
Nope.
It's great. So now we're going to have to watch Predator. And then I'm sure she'll start screaming yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I forgot the name of the movie, but there's one movie that Arnold's in that he has, like, the best one-liners every time he kills some... There's one where he, like, shoves a guy into, like, a pipe of liquid nitrogen, and he's like, freeze. It's so good.
Oh, no, there's one that I used to love as a kid. I used to watch it a ton. An Arnold movie. And I can't...
And it's not Batman where he's Mr. Freeze. It's a different one.
No. But I can't remember that much about it. But he, in one of the end climatic fights, he rips a pipe out of the wall and throws it at a guy. And of course, because he's Arnold, he throws it so hard that it cuts a hole through this guy in this climatic fight. It's such a cheesy movie, but it's so great. I loved it.
I think we're talking about the same movie.
It might be. I feel like that's it. But that's the scene that always stands out to me whenever I think about it. It's like his daughter gets kidnapped or something, and he goes to rescue her.
I don't know the plot. The plot is Arnold kills guys.
Well, that was a lot of movies during that time frame. Terrell's gonna join the Space Force. He says Space Marines. They don't have Space Marines. He has Space Force.
What was that?
Oh, here he is. Oh, no, he's on shitty audio. What's going on over there, bud?
He must be on his cell phone.
Like, how bad?
Oh, that's alright. We'll deal with it.
Your audio quality is not bad. It is when Samus, like, echoes back into your mic.
Yeah, you probably just need to be pushed to talk or something. What's going on? Are you in Sydney?
It's push to talk, but no headset, so the speaker is coming through the thing if someone...
It sounds like you have a cold.
That's fine.
It could be. And I can't find the correct type of headset. I get like 400 other headsets, but they're all like Apple connectors or other things, weird thing.
So yes, you must not be home.
This secret door
No, I'm in Sydney and like dropping off all my stuff. We had like a big hoorah for me and the other guy that...
There may be some sort of connection between the Scorpion.
Well, that's good. You got a little party.
Madness caused by the curse.
The rest of the team's interviewing. Like, literally everybody is interviewing. They're like leaving to go interview out in the hallway and stuff.
What does management think of that situation?
They don't give a fuck!
All about their bonus.
What bonus?
I'm sure somebody in management's getting a bonus.
They're gonna give a fuck when they realize that there's no one else to do the job besides them.
Nah, they're just so this particular organization goes through cycles where like everyone just quits and then they get contractors for a few months at a time and then new people and they burn those. Hooray!
Alright, let me see if I can find the bad guy and get his attention.
Surprise, he's by me.
I'm trying to get him. Alright, I got him now.
Watch out for whatever that is.
Yeah, I'm moving. Well, I was trying to figure out where the fuck you were all week, but that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm here for a few days and then go back late tomorrow. And then it's off to, see all you guys and other family and stuff for a week.
Right.
And then I technically work on the 30th and 31st, but...
I still think you're gonna get walked before then.
No one gives a fuck.
You probably have a sick day you can use.
I'm taking vacation all next week, and I'm probably going to end up just leaving my laptop here, so I'll be like, maybe I VPN or just call in with my partner, and like that's it.
So I
I'm gonna
figured
level up.
that's going to be
Get a
the
higher
thing.
one.
Another portable hole.
Hey. Hell, today we spent like half the day fucking off and listening to some of the guys in town talk about how they measure each other's dick.
What?
So this is a small town, and there's kind of like a new crew of mostly male. In fact, all males. And they all kind of live in the same like apartment complex. And there's not a whole lot to do here.
So I just did you say that they were measuring each other's dicks?
Yeah, they see how far they can wrap it around a coffee can.
Oh, that's nice.
There was confusion around a discussion today about wrapping your entire hand around your dick and then putting it in. The confusion coming from people that didn't have dicks where they could put their whole hand around it and still have any dick.
It's the Darashka tool. Run! Cries one of the giants. And off they
That's
go,
sad.
not even stopping to look back.
Someone's got to make average men feel good.
Yes. The madness of crowds. Alright, scroll down to...
I told them that you all need to get out of town more often.
Maybe.
A spirit appears before you, if only for a moment of peace.
Or something. When there's not... The
Maybe
place
they
is
like
not
that.
completely
Maybe that's
void.
the tag. Maybe you shouldn't poo-poo their cultural achievements. Maybe you should accept their diversity.
Actually, the team is surprisingly diverse for the middle of the middle.
I mean, measuring dicks is definitely not something that's commonplace in any of my cultures, so... Let's see, this is the fire one, right? This is... the Lawbringer.
A spirit appears before you, if only for a moment of peace.
Did you talk nice to those
I
giants?
tried. I think I made him mad. But I did try. My 33 concentration was not high enough, I guess.
Did you buy your tomes of learning, Toprel?
Oh, is there new stuff on sale this week, I guess?
The tomes of learning, epic and heroic, are 70% or 75% off. So they're like 300 points.
But
Dang,
also Warforged and Warlocks are like 50% off. Today's the last day, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up missing those, I guess.
Who's this? Smurfy girl with thank you. Hell yeah.
It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history.
They got a sweet little kitty cat also. Emote, thank you. I appreciate that a great deal. You have no idea.
I'm a wounding a punching bug, right over that. Probably is as old as you think it is.
Still dancing to the DuckTales. Oh yeah. I love that jam.
So, on the topic of old gear, I got scolded again for keeping too much crap.
Got scolded?
Yeah, I got scolded by Brain Quick tonight for keeping too much old stuff.
Hey, Rhett. How's it going?
What's up, Rhett? I have a +5 meddling of pure good with flawless icy or festival icy burst on.
Well, it doesn't sound the worst. I don't know what you currently are using.
A paralyzing bow.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
But I have a lightning tube green seal and a morning Barovian.
Yeah, the lightning 2 seems like the best DPS.
Actually, because I crit so hard, since I have a ×5 multiplier, the silver longbow is probably better.
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, I'm looking real hard at some of that stuff. Like old heroic green steel, it's not displacement cookies and all kinds of. I think some hard cuts are coming.
I thought I had Sean gear, but
I was able to get everything crammed into Samius's backpack today, plus a couple of things. So I just need to get my shared bank whittled back down again to where I have like 20 slots in my shared bank at all times.
yep. I have a heroic collective site, but I'm like afraid to use it because it's so hard to get.
Yeah, I'm always a pack rat.
BTA is a whole other story, right?
Yep.
It's just stuff like Epic Soul Eater or the little like 12 or 14 stick that's a vampirism and turning people to stone.
Well, I don't know. I always keep that kind of stuff, but because I spend so much time little, I rotate through a lot of that stuff frequently. Really nothing down here but this waterfall, huh? That's odd. Really odd, actually. But lets me have like things for a wide variety of builds and lives. There's a log at least. But like I said, Samus has got pretty much every possible storage slot unlocked.
A curious place for a spider to make a home.
So
Yeah, I'm starting to think real hard about just like killing everything that's not like I don't know, like some of the like really good things. Like some of these things that have sat for like 400 lives and not been used is
well, you can take that one lady's mindset to your gear, right? And if you haven't used it in a year, and I'm not sure what the equivalent of DDO time would be, but if in the real world it's a year,
it brings me joy though.
well then keep it.
It sparks joy.
It sparks joy, but I also don't like having to move it every single life either.
I don't know.
The last deletion was Kundarak boots.
Yeah, I still have a pair. I'm actually really tempted to get rid of those.
I figure between the pot and the Ravenloft one, it's 11 or 10 or... And the Kundarak boot is only level 9, so... And I'm only going to be like level 15 or 18 from here on.
I have a couple of those things, like the helm of the Moran, whatever that's called.
Moron Helm?
Oh, yeah, that'd be easy to delete.
The necklace that's like diplomacy and charisma. Silver tongue.
Yeah, I've even considered getting rid of my jungle cloaks today. I was real
I got rid of that long time ago. I got rid of that and my patch is a jerk.
I
I
still
have a
keep
Sword
the
of
Bounty
Shadow
Turkey.
that I haven't equipped in like 9 lives.
That's almost a little different though. That particular one. At least the big one, anyhow.
The little
I don't
one's
have
still
a big
really
one.
good if you
Just
do
have a level 10.
the occasional live.
Starting to think any weapon can probably, for the most part, be replaced by bound to account. Or like Barovian.
I don't know. Like I said, I still think Sword of Shadows is amazing for a lot of the heroic stuff.
That one is an exception, but things like, do I really need a Dream Spitter?
A heroic litany.
So that I actually do use because I have literally no other trinket to use.
Oh no.
Oh,
You don't have those Crystal Cove trinkets,
I guess technically I have those.
or the Slave Lord's trinket, the level 8 one.
Yes, I probably have that too.
I don't know. All I know is that
Or an Ironstone.
depending on all the different situations, I'm often glad I have a bunch of miscellaneous gear across the levels.
I don't have the greenstone.
Oh, that's easy to farm. You can get one bounded character, but the one that drops in the quest, not from the chain, gives you a bounded account. But if you get it from an in-reward list, then it's bounded character.
Yeah, I have still not found the bloody spear.
Gross.
Devotion, the hand wrap, I still have that. I think
Oh,
that can
yeah.
probably go,
Oh, yeah.
especially
Well,
with
that
the
new one
advent-
is down to account.
Yeah, especially with the advent of like the Borderland stuff. I almost wonder if that can take you up to some of the interesting bound to account things or like Nightforge stuff.
I have some like old bounded character stuff that got turned into bound to account, but it's like lower level, like the Maelstrom Great Axe and the Silver Longbow.
Yeah, you gotta keep that stuff.
I don't have to, but I have been.
Nah, I feel like some of that stuff you have to keep. Like, especially the silver longbow.
Yeah, 'cause it's level 6 instead of level 8.
Yeah.
The old Unbound ones, though, aren't they better?
It doesn't have a red slot, and it's level 6, but otherwise it's identical.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
use
so
one
use
for a while and then
one
switch to the
kinda
other
better.
one. In my experience, anyway. I'll use my
Yeah,
level
so
6
what I
one.
do is I use the level 6 one until I'm level 8, and I equip the other one that has like a Ruby Eye Tempest or something in it.
Let's see. Smurfy says, really sad story. I've run 5-6 so many times that I have 2 shards, 1 seal, and multiple scrolls of the Sword of Shadow, but I've never actually gotten a Sword of Shadows.
I don't have a shard. I have like 900 scrolls and like a bunch of seals, probably 3 or 4.
If I get another shard, I can make one for Trog Braille, just a link.
That's why I always link my oatmeal raisin cookie, because it's like the most worthless thing that you could have. I'm like, I'm gonna link this, start linking things. I also have the button of winning somewhere. Do you remember? Were you around when they sold those?
I remember hearing about it. I don't know if I was.
It's a one-time use item, and all it does is it pops off confetti around your character, and the little voiceover goes, "You win, DDO."
But wasn't it like 4 something?
I don't know.
I feel like it was.
Was it like an anniversary event or something?
It was a store item. It was like in the store for like 20 DDO points, but it was only available for like a 2-week window.
Yeah, I feel like it was for some sort of fundraising event. There it is.
I also have that anniversary ribbon that they sold in the GDO store after
The
the
memorial
Boston.
ribbon?
As you
Yeah.
take the
Yeah, I
bell
have that
to
too.
install
It's kind of nice for visibility of
Your
the
voice
character
comes
sometimes
messages.
too. It's like to mark you as a.
Claim my trophy.
Yep.
Very well.
It's like really bright and easy to see. So like mark you as like a tank or don't stand next
Yeah.
to me.
And it like floats in an area that's like not normally part of your character.
Yeah, so I kind of like that. I have the Wayfinder scepters thanks to some event.
I'm still waiting on that invisible soccer pet, Samus.
Oh, from...
You were like, oh, I can get you anything you want from the community loot list.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be able to, but I've sent an email to Jerry like multiple times, and he's never sent out any of the things that I've sent to him. But supposedly...
Couple.
I just don't think he checks that email. I think it would be faster for us to go through...
Send him a message on
on the
Slack or
forums.
Discord.
Yeah, I think it'd be faster if I send him a Discord or a forum message. Did you happen to do the jungle leaves?
I didn't do anything except killed all those guys that spawned by Brumpets.
Okay. Jungle leaves.
Oh, I deleted some of the old
A spirit appears before you.
out in House K that like in the deeps, the heroic versions of stuff.
Yeah, because it spawns now as bound to count.
They're so
Yeah, and they're better too. Like I had I really like this like death block helmet at level 7, but now there's like way better stuff and there's other stuff that does it.
Well, the helmet now has Death Block and Wisdom 5.
Yeah, so it's like way better. So I deleted the one I had.
Oh, I didn't realize I was out of mana.
You weren't until you cast that firewall on the blade barrier.
Well, the fire only costs like 20 mana.
That's more than you have.
For now.
Dun, dun, dun. There's some other hard cuts too, like important opposition items, haste
I'm keeping
clickies,
those.
like all kinds of.
Well, that shit will come around again. What goes around comes around.
You bloodstones. Bloodstone's literally worthless.
I put one into the. I wanted one on the hardcore server so bad because I figured the hardcore server would be a great place to get one and sell it. But I never got one. I got the 2 rings of spell storing on the hardcore server, and then immediately after we got back, I just like randomly decided to do one run, and I got a bloodstone. Put it in the guild bank, and no one has touched it.
Yeah, it's literally worthless. The helmet from the Executioner's helm has Seeker 5. It's level 8.
And it has other stuff too.
Yeah,
You're inclined to claim the most. You take the stick.
like Relentless Fury.
Yeah, that's real good. The big one's still real good too.
Yeah, I used my little one. Level 8, it has a Slave Mord's Might set bonus. So +2 melee power, range power, +2 deadly. So with the set bonus, it has the same. Well, that's different. It's deadly and Seeker. And then I have a heavy fortification augment in it. It has Insightful Deception, Relentless Fury, Seeker 5, and Quality Combat Mastery 1.
Good.
Yep. Is it time for a nap?
It is. It's time to take a nap.
Lay down in Bronpit's dirty.
Oh man,
Oh,
he's gonna roll around in his jizz covered
Yep.
bear skin rug.
My hat situation's kind of weak. I got the Guardian one from the Chain of Madness and the Pensoptic, or how do you say that?
Yeah, those are good. If you can get a little baby one of those with a Reaper bonus, it's real good.
Touch nothing. Brawn pits and
Yeah, I
pieces
got a
of
mythic one, but not a
Get
Reaper.
some rest. I'll be back
You
soon.
can also get any of the hats from that memory quest, the level 6 hats with the Reaper bonus. Those are all baller as well.
Memory Quest is great.
By the forge, the fire giant stammers as he
Like if you can get that
stares upon his
Constitution hat with a
What are
Reaper
you
bonus,
doing here?
that's good until like 10. From 6 to 10. It might be good enough until 15 actually, because there's no hats in Ravenloft.
There's not, and even then, you may be hard pressed to find it.
Part of the reason why I still wear my green steel often. You can shield block to dismount the horse very quickly.
Yep. Or cast a spell.
And I feel bad for not loading something, GDO up on a laptop when I could at least delete gears.
Let me cast this Jewel of Fortune on you.
Oh, okay.
I'm too enraged to perform this action. 1 second. Here you go.
Okay, well, it's still just showing my +1.
Oh, well, put it on me. I had you targeted.
Did you quick bar it?
Oh
Looks like
no.
it's still doing you.
Sweet, now I have 17 hours. Hold on.
Said I have a +1 ticking. That's fine. Oh, you
Yeah.
got me.
I didn't put it on my hotbar. I didn't realize I had to.
Oh yeah.
Now I have 18 hours of.
You got a
Hey, what-
wild flame.
I did.
That actually is not that bad.
It's okay.
It's okay.
What potion are you doing?
Oh, the huge Jewel of Fortune.
Ooh.
It's got insightful combustion and combustion. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
they said it's pretty good.
Everything a fledgling sorcerer wants.
Pretty much. Or a fire warlock.
Or a fire cleric.
Or a fire cleric. A fire cleric that doesn't use daggers. Did I run out of...
Nobody told you you had to.
No, I just like them. I'm gonna hit the boat really fast.
I just looked at your bio.
You not see my bio before?
Oh, that's great.
Oh dear.
I hope that's like code for like a big middle finger.
It's like a saying, like a smart ass saying if I remember right, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I have to punch it into a...
You should look up what the like hexadecimal code for poop emoji is and put that in there.
Oh man. Just remember that all of my robots were doing that for a long time. They would put some sort of binary in their
I wish power attack were with bows. They
back.
shoot really hard at you.
Well, you theoretically, right? You're supposed to have your special bow,
What?
and that, like, the bows are like your strength bows.
All bows are strength bows if you're a ranger.
Correct.
Level 2, they get bow strength.
correct. But in 3rd edition 3.5, you could buy a composite bow, and that added in some amount of your strength damage.
Right, but
That
I
was
want to
as
use the
close
feat
as you
power
could get.
attack with
That was as close as you could get. Is that you could buy
with bows.
your strength to damage.
Like you could pull the string back extra far.
Yeah. USC's fucked us on that.
Who?
USC? No. The guy from the Odyssey. I'm probably just saying his name wrong.
Abe? Abe's Odyssey?
No, the story, the Odyssey. USC's, right? Yeah.
Ulysses or Odysseus.
Odysseus.
Odysseus. There you go. He was the first instance of someone talking about being so strong to pull your bow back extra hard.
Also, I forget which it is and which one, but he's also Ulysses. Such as in the Eric Clapton's.
The Tale of Brave Ulysses.
Yes, quality.
You've arrived at the dockside Cartwright's workshop, but the well-worn door is locked.
Time for the...
Perhaps there is a key.
Oh no, I want to say the worst one in this chain.
You found a way inside the building
'cause you have to break the
that said
boxes?
housed the
Yes.
headquarters of the Disciples of Rage. Time to see if your informant.
I hate breaking boxes.
You're so good at it.
Not, though.
You're so
Last
good
life
at
I
it.
was on Samus I was better than this life.
There's a lot of shit behind us.
That's fine. Bring them all here.
Watch out for these bears.
Did you know that a bear cannot ride a unicycle?
It probably could have had one specially made for it.
Apparently, its hips and are not capable of sitting on a unicycle.
Right, you'd have to have a one specially made for a bear.
I don't know. I don't know anything about this magical land where you custom build shit for bears.
Or you mean regular ass Earth? Isn't there a trap here? Yeah.
Yeah, there's like wind traps where those spikes or the bear traps are at.
You telling me that you don't think you live in a world where people especially make things for bears?
I'm sure they do, but as
Get
far
rid
as I
of bear
know,
mace?
there's no unicycles for bears.
You feel restless and agitated.
I
That
feel like
stuff's no dicks. I got a couple of canisters.
that's not right.
What, having canisters of bear mace?
No,
Is it the foaming kind?
It's like the mace kind.
There's kind that like foams up after you spray it that like clings to them.
I'm not sure. I haven't actually fired any of them. I probably should fire.
we should
Yeah,
probably not
get one of
use
those guys that measures their dick. They'll probably be down for it.
Hey man,
You guys want to try out this bear mace? See if it's any good?
Angry growls emanate from behind the metal
what you
gate.
probably need to do is get yourself someone who eats spicy food all the time.
Cause havoc if they were released
Right,
into the
because getting pepper sprayed is the same thing as eating
Apparently, man,
hot
like
Thai food.
the great
burning rage
I think
over
which comedian it was
rage that can only be
was
quenched.
going on about how they were trying to like mace him, and he's like, "What, tacos?" That's pretty great.
You're not talking about Carlos Mencia, I hope.
God, maybe it was him.
He's the worst.
It was the really really fat guy.
Oh, that's Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah, that's him. Oh, I love that. guy. That guy's great.
Also, I think some of the people here would be down for trying the bear mace.
Oh, for sure.
There was much drinking tonight. I think it would be possible.
I'd be really surprised they wouldn't also be down for stealing a bunch of shit too.
Well, I didn't bring back the 4K monitor, and I didn't bring back the big whiteboard thing either. And hell, they forgot how much stuff I had. It wasn't like track. I could have got away with like a dozen iPods and
Yeah, but whatever about that shit. That's just shit you gotta haul around.
hauled to the pawn shop.
All right, Smurfy, get your boy to bed.
And your anger rapidly fades.
Tell him Samus said good evening.
Before the madness can take hold again.
Oh, you're also wounded. Come here, I'll throw it in the ass.
Life is like
Refuse.
a hurricane
Stools to break.
in
Break it.
Duckburg.
Oh my goodness.
Lasers, aeroplanes, it's a duck blur.
This is a
Might solve a
great Christmas.
mystery or rewrite
Thank you, Smurf.
history. DuckTales, woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo!
Oh god, I spawned a bunch of crap here. He's trapped in here too.
There's a stranger out to find you. What to do? Just grab onto some DuckTales, woo! Every day
I have to like get a rotation of high-end Disney Plus theme songs all of a sudden.
We need some tailspin up in here.
I know, right? So you could like jump over this, but I don't have the ability to open locks.
Me either.
Except to using a bell, and I don't feel like using a bell for
I'm gonna
that.
shrine.
Alright, wrangle him to bed. You could, if you
Go
have
dance.
Disney Plus, you could like literally watch some episodes of Tailspin or DuckTales or...
Do you want a shrine?
Yeah, I probably should actually. You need some buffages.
Sure.
The off chance that we don't get you murdered. Yeah.
The silver longbow's creating for like 700.
Oh, that's nice.
I'll just keep it equipped. Stop trying to paralyze one thing per quest.
You're paralyzing quite a few things. But I like the idea of you just like accidentally nuking some guys to death. You like double shot a crit and just bloop.
That's what happened to that sword glyph guy yesterday.
Yeah.
We were like, what happened to that guy? Did he not spawn? I was like, no, I
Yeah, you just
accidentally
deleted
killed
him. I don't know. My I hope to spend some time this break watching some of that kind of weird stuff with my kid. He I said we spent a long time rewatching.
Oh,
Like-
what about the Gummy Bears theme song?
I love the Gummy Bears in general.
Dashing and daring, courageous and caring.
It's on that cartoon playlist. I could play the cartoon playlist.
Oh, I have this.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, you got it.
Your kid's
Like
gullible
next
for one
week or
thing.
something. I thought I had the make an armor spell somewhere because I like it and it would help against these fucking eyeballs.
Make an armor spell.
Yeah, I just didn't drag it on my bar.
You're dying.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
You're dying. You're dying.
Working on it.
Remnant.
Yeah, it's called Holy Aura. Is the it boosts your armor class and a bunch of other crap, but also it also blinds your enemies.
More eye horrors occupy this hallway.
And
Almost
that's
as if they were
pretty
guardians
fucking
of-
good right here. Beef, I forget, are you the Rick and Morty guy?
Nope.
Okay. Rick and Morty this week was fucking ridiculous. Ah! Okay. What the fuck?
A strange bug.
Why did these get turned? I had them turned where they would not light.
No, he didn't.
I did. I turned it flat.
Turn it the other way.
I did not.
Turn it the other way now. It's the one right next to you.
Oh,
Right at the
this you
beginning.
can't. It's locked once you turn it on.
Oh. Well, then you jumped the wrong way.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll fix it in a second.
Wow.
That's fine.
Thanks for healing me again.
You're welcome. I'm here to heal. Here to take care of you, boo.
Instead of yourself.
Yeah.
Good thing you shrined, I guess.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. Alright. You ready?
Yeah. Reason I'm gonna be.
Destroy the
Is
book.
instantly engulfed in flame. Yet before you can congratulate yourself on a job well done, the burning tome
Come
emits
on,
an intense
get down here.
pulse of arcane energy. The destruction of the book.
3, 2, there we go.
Now you've done it.
Cries the Viscarian.
These cultists were quite useful, not to mention delicious. Lord Billy Shearer will not be pleased.
You've destroyed the headquarters of the
It's
Disciples
dead.
of Rage and broken their link to the insane Lord of Eyes. Yet the city is still gripped by the ancient curse that destroyed the giants.
Can we get another
Cult is
one of
gone.
these off, please? Blind all this shit. Oh, I got knocked down. No more blinds. Until I get stood up. They keep trying to kill me, Beef. Bastards. The bastards. I kind of wish I had some stuff to reroll this chest. I feel like this is one of the chests that drops things that I actually want. And that I never take the time to try to get them.
The next one I need to farm on Epic. Because I want to use the Sage's Cowl on Epic for this guy next life.
See, this one drops... Yeah, this one drops the Compliance Helm. Actually, I may have actually got one of those. I don't think so, though. And then it also drops the Curse Keeper, which is a insightful negative healing amp. Which is...
The next one has the weapons. It's the Scimitar and the Falchion. They're both
Yeah.
excellent.
I have a Falchion.
The Scimitar's real good too.
Yeah. Also, that one drops the Tiara of Madness. It's also very strong.
I should probably spend some enhancement points on.
You're welcome to do that. I mean, it seems like a
You
good way to
arrive at the
strengthen your
outskirts of
character
the
slightly.
Valsacred after a long
In fact,
trek
I have
through the
one I
jungle.
could have probably spent
Now
somewhere.
to see if you can convince this wary tribe to part with Fulkur's gift. The Drow guard looks you up and down, then motions you over. The guard tells you that the Drow temple is normally forbidden to outsiders. If you want to get inside,
Hillary
you
Clinton
will
is
need to seek
trending.
the favor of the 3 Scarrow elders of the village. The cavern opens out, revealing a clearing that contains a small Drow settlement dotted with
Good for her.
cliffs.
Well, I was hoping maybe she decided that she would come back in. I want Hillary to run again so bad.
The Scarrow Elder refuses to help.
Kind of
unless
think
you
she's
first
going to try to
complete
get in at the
warrior's
Bartered
trial.
Convention.
Apparently, it starts in the cavern.
Nah, there's no way.
I'm actually concerned that Michelle Obama will try to get in at the Bartered Convention. I will go hunt some Umber Hulks.
Did I just forget to summon my Hireling in the entire last quest? I think I did.
I think so.
I'm good at this game. I'm a pro player.
You get a paycheck for playing?
Professional. They should pay me.
I should. Oh my goodness. These puddings are the kind of puddings that don't care. They just want to split anyway. Even they're clubbed down with the...
Are you doing
Doom
electricity damage?
No. Doing a fucking... Using muck dooms.
Are they arcane users?
No. They're large black puddings. They just don't give a fuck.
I killed the mother scorpion.
Aww.
The ground rumbles, and an umber hulk bursts through the cave floor.
An Umber Hulk. Umber Hulk. Oh, you missed me, and you had to come be with me. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so my Harley could heal you.
Oh wow, that's a bad guy right there. You son of a bitch. So one of the cleric powers that I've grown to appreciate more and may actually dump some extra points into is this ability that says whenever something casts a spell at you, there's like a 10, 20, or 30% chance that they trip. That is actually surprisingly good. Where are you gonna fight these at? I'm gonna cast a firewall.
I don't know, wherever I'm at. I mean, I have McBane's also, but...
I think that they'll end up regretting the decision to do what they did, Thakar, eventually, or Titan, but
Who's they?
he's talking about stupid wine baiting dims. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think that they had a plan and they were going to go through with their plan regardless. Alright, well this should be far enough down if they're gonna spawn, so... The Umber Hulk. Well, the vote won't fail. The vote will already, like, is basically guaranteed to pass. The only one who actually got a little extra respect out of me once again is Tulsi Gabbard, who just voted present. There's a better than reasonable chance that I would vote for her. She was the Democratic nominee. Still think she's crazy, but out of all of them, she's the only one I think I could stand. And I would have not had any issues at all voting for her until she, like, there was that tanker got attacked, and Trump made a comment about how once Saudi Arabia has the evidence they need, the United States would back their play. But we have a treaty that basically says that we have to do that, and she was out there talking about how it was treasonous to promise the army to another nation. It's like, that's honoring our treaties. But you found a Hulk as well. But other than that, a lot of what I actually like a lot of what she says. Until she starts going on about healthcare. But no, there's like no chance that vote's not going to succeed. They just have the numbers. The sad thing is now the impeachment process is now guaranteed to be used as a political tool to take out the opposite side. So basically, any time now that the president does not have a controlling interest in the House, they're going to get impeached.
Oh, it laid little baby scorpions.
They do, the mamas do, when they die. Especially the ones that have them on their back. And you don't even need a crime or any even loose evidence now for anything. You just have to have
You
the
never
votes.
did.
Yeah, but it was
Constitutionally, you never
constitutionally you never did. But it was like recognized what it was there for. You know, and that was not it. I agree. It's all totally in the up and up. I mean, not really, but it's legal. I kind of hope that the Republicans. I've said this a lot. I said it earlier today when people brought it up, but I hope the the Republicans in the House, in the Senate, decide to do a very, very thorough
Turn that
investigation.
Umber Hulk into a frog.
I think they could have an extremely thorough investigation and let it go for a long time. I don't think they want to do that, though. I think they want it to be wham bam, thank you ma'am. So we'll see what ends up happening. Someone was out there trying to get Cocaine Mitch to, what is it called when you recuse? I know I'm not saying that right. Some syllables. Recuse himself because he's not he's not impartial. He's like, no, it's not an impartial process. It is a sad day, I think, for the process.
Yep. If you use this as like the standard of like what to impeach, then like literally every president in modern history should have been impeached.
Yeah. Well,
That was the last Umber Hulk.
It was, but now we gotta solve the puzzle thing, right? No, that's the next other room. You just need to
Let's
leave.
talk to this girl. She'll send you back to the beginning.
I didn't know that.
Now you know.
And knowing's half the battle.
Yo, Joe.
Well, the other half is red and blue lasers.
The third
That never hit
element
anything.
grants you his favor.
Sometimes, right? Something had to be hit, even on
Only like
accident.
the engine of Cobra Commander's.
Yeah.
Or the one time when somebody shot a snake through a bow and arrow or as a spear and hit a guy thousands of yards away in the chest.
You're
Did you
confusing Conan with G.I. Joe again.
No,
Did you guys watch
the movie? He took the little spear thing, the snake spear thing, and stabbed Duke right in.
Have you ever seen the show Community?
I have not watched it yet. It's on my short list.
There is an episode where one of the guys is like having a dream that he's like a character in the G.I. Joe world, and he like takes his machine gun laser thing and kills Destro, and then the whole episode is about how they're like putting him under court martial and all this other shit because he actually killed somebody. It's really fun. They have
man.
Cobra has a funeral for Destro, and they're like, "Oh, he was my best friend."
Do you want me to do the maze? And go start the next thing since you don't like the maze?
Sure, but I'm already lost.
Okay, well, let me show you out.
I can figure it out.
It's, I want to make sure to pick up this mysterious fragment, though, before it times out. Oh, no. I really enjoyed the G.I. Joe movies. I know I'm in the minority.
Scarrow Elder says you must pass the
The
Hunter's
G.I. Joe movies? So the live action ones?
Yeah.
No, they're bad.
I didn't say they were good. I said I enjoyed them.
Did you watch them? With the volume.
Yes, I watched it with the volume on.
And
You know why.
Did
I
you
enjoyed them.
just watch the supercut of the ninja?
No, I did not just watch the supercut of the ninja fight.
Because the ninja storyline was awesome, and if you just strip out the rest of the crap, you have kind of a cool martial arts movie. Ninjas, and the tale of two ninjas in the
You know why I enjoyed that movie.
couple of reasons.
Well, one reason in particular. Because they destroyed the Eiffel fucking Tower.
I think he was
That's
making a
interesting.
boobs joke.
He was definitely making a boobs joke. But also, yes, that redhead went on to do multiple seasons of
I'm
The
not saying Lady
Mentalist. She was
Deathstroke or whatever the
definitely
hell her name
highlight
is
of the
hot.
Mentalist.
I'll say it.
Or Lady Cobra, whatever her face is.
Oh yeah, she was hot too.
You've collected all the luminous mushrooms.
Baroness.
Time to deliver them to the Elder.
I need about 5 or 6 minutes. Hold on.
She was hot in the
The
cartoon.
massive cat falls
Well, that's
with a
why they
final
picked who they
defiant
picked.
roar.
Let's see. Now I just gotta leave. Oh, this is a dead end. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, this is like a staircase maze. So you can, like, as long as you're going through the middle, you'll basically go forward when you're trying to leave. And the branches shoot you off to the side, to the left or the right. So if you just, like, picture it as a staircase and you're trying to stay in the middle of the
It's
staircase,
the last piece.
you
clips in
can
place.
pretty
Barrier
much
blocking the tunnel phase.
easily make your way through the maze. Then just only really turn off the main path to look for the things, which you can find with your thumb tabbing around.
You have earned the favor
For those of
the
you who are
First
unfamiliar. Man, I did not realize Smurfy's cheer whale wall is like a snowman.
Sweating.
Well, it's got a horn, narwhal,
Narwhal.
and then it like cheers and then it bursts into flames. I actually think it's a pretty sweet looking emote.
One of the emotes is a snowman sweating. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Sienna Miller.
What was that?
Sienna Miller.
Was that the Baroness's name?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those movies are bad.
Okay, I didn't say they weren't good. I didn't say they were good.
Alright. What else do I have to do in here? I did all the puzzles.
Did you pull the lever?
Yeah? I have to like run up here and pull another lever?
We have to go to the end of the maze and kill a plant thing.
Well, there's like more tunnel up here that I
The rest of it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Once you solve the puzzle and pull the lever, you just have to kill the plant guy. The rest of it's just bullshit to distract you from getting to the end of the quest. The Rise of Cobra. Yeah, I really enjoyed. Again,
The jungle
you
floor
can enjoy a
rumbles to
bad
life
movie.
As a massive shambling mound rises from the bottom.
It doesn't make it a good movie. It just means that you enjoyed it.
The shambling mound has been destroyed.
Yeah, see, I'm also pretty sure that, like, that special attack is considered a spell. He was unable to do his special attack on me.
I just crit for 900.
It's
918.
nice. Take it. Sounds good. You put your whole computer in an RGB mode.
What does that mean?
I assume he means red, blue, green.
Oh, like, okay. He just means like the RAM and the extra lights and the fans and the shit.
Oh, okay.
It's RGB puke. That's what a lot of the companies do at like conventions and shows and stuff. Come to our booth. Our computers look like rainbow unicorn vomit.
Oh man, I love rainbow unicorn vomit.
It's my favorite flavor.
But Lady Jade,
Found favor.
for the record, is Adriana Padlaki, who is ridiculously hot.
Open the way to Volkur's temple. It lies to
And
the
then is it
southwest of the
Rachel?
I'm a shrine.
Sounds good. I'm
If I can find it.
trying to. It's this one.
It's one of these tents.
This one where I'm at. And then the redhead from. Oh, I can't think of her name right now. I think it's this. I think it's Rachel Nicholas. No, it must not be her. Amanda Rigetti.
Rigetti spaghetti.
Oh man, she's like 10 out of 10. Gorgeous.
Wait, hold on. Do I need to look this person up to make sure?
Amanda Rigetti? Probably.
1 second. Was this also in the movie with the bad things?
Yeah, she was in the G.I. Joe movie. She was something. I thought. She was also
something.
in Captain America movie.
Which one? There were 3 of those.
A couple of them, I think. She was in the first Avengers. And I think she was in another one.
The smell of smoke fills the air.
Alright, let's get my Twitter feed off of Hillary Clinton.
I'm scrolling quite a bit and can't find it. Is it in the second one or the first?
Thought she was in the first one, but she must be in the second one. I might have my movies mixed up too, but I'm pretty sure it was the second Cobra movie.
A guttural
Injury
chant
spaghetti.
echoes down the hall.
Yeah.
The cultists
What was her
are
name?
definitely here.
Amanda Rigetti. She may not be listed either.
Andretti spaghetti sounds like a race car driver that eats pasta.
Well, probably.
Go. This is your job.
You spot disciples of rage cultists in the room ahead. Their incantation takes on a pleading tone, and something stops. Something has answered their call. Sheer chaos leaks into the room through the portal. Dangerous pulses of Zorian energy drift through the temple.
Alright, I'm gonna start on the...
The multi-eyed
I'm killing eyeballs.
roars.
Oh, I just got murdered. I got danced and
Solid light
then
engulfs it, shielding
arcane
it
zapped
from
to
your
death, I
attacks.
guess.
I don't know what to tell you.
Does your hireling want
It
to
seems
raise
that
me?
chaos magic
It's not
is
in this
fickle.
fight.
The beholder
You could,
shield
like, put it in a
begins to
corner.
fade.
Put baby in a
Guess I can
corner.
try.
It might. It might live, too. Might throw you a heal and it might
Nah,
raise
probably
me.
not.
Well, it just healed you. I saw it.
I had to tell it to. Go run over by it.
I was. You can't
Do it
leave her on
again.
standstill mode to... I'm ready.
Yes, you can. Do it again.
Oh. Nice. Alright, let's just light dot this guy and shoot him from a distance.
More eyeballs.
Yep, I see him. Trying to cast as many blade barriers as I can get away with. Oh, got you.
Oh, she died.
I see that. I'll get her a res in a second.
Captain America as a SHIELD agent.
Yeah.
Until he's not.
Fact.
That was where Miss Amanda appeared.
Oh, yeah, she said she was in the mentalist.
For a long time.
That's where
Also
that's
true.
really
And
enjoyed.
G.I. Joe was such a quality movie and show and TV show back in the day. There's a character called Lieutenant Girlfriend.
Dr. Girlfriend.
Oh, I love Dr. Girlfriend.
The eye of rage
Nice,
gurgles
good job,
one
B.
last time and crashes
See if I can
to
get your person
You
back
are
up
now
on their
free to
feet.
claim your prize. A treatment for the madness of crowds that inflict storage.
I forgot I could just hit blood tribute to win.
Blood tribute's pretty good. Just trying to heal you
The
as much as
robot.
possible. There's so much concentration checks, even though they're not like super high, but there's just so many of them. Man, that quest is beating. Alright, well, good luck to you, my
retrieve
friend.
a vial of the Vulkur's gift venom for House Jarasco.
In
Say
unrelated Captain America news, I might be looking at Haley Atwell.
Well, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? I do not respond to tell me to say something. Now, I do not like it when people repeat themselves numerous times in chat. You are warned. Alright. Let's see.
That's it for me. I gotta go to bed.
Yep. I'm gonna do something, but then I'll probably switch over to Samius pretty quick. I might just switch over to Samius now, actually. I spend my points, though. Let's see. This is telling me my critical damage is 1920 times 2. And now it's saying 1820 times 3. Alright, perfect. Perfection.
Mine is 17 to 20 times 5. What now?
It's pretty good. Like I said, I crit on a 6. It's telling me 16 to 20, but I think it's 15 to 20 times.
One of them's not right.
Right. They're both wrong. But
Correct.
you combine them together to get the correct answer. So open your inventory and click the little details button at the bottom.
Yep, I see it.
And that will give you the correct range. And then if you look at your weapon tooltip, like if you hover over it, that'll give you the correct multiplier.
Correct. Although I have noticed sometimes with the daggers that'll actually crit on a 15 instead of a 16.
It shouldn't.
You should be able to get that low. You should be able to
Maybe
get
if
it
you
to
have
15.
a dagger with like a modified crit range.
That's maybe what I'm thinking of, actually, is with like the Nightforge Stiletto.
Yeah, it has extra big crit and it's not keen, so it's affected by improved critical.
Yeah. So yeah, with these, I've never used these particular Moon Slice and regular Slice before, so they're 18 to
regular.
20 or 19 to 20 normally, probably.
19, 20 normal. Yep.
Yeah, so they're not as good
They're not as good at critting.
at critting.
They're better at everything else, like damage dice and extra abilities.
Oh, but I want to be a crit master.
Well, then don't play daggers.
Oh man, crit's so good.
If you want to be
That's
a crit
alright.
master,
This is
play
still
inquisitive and get a rat catcher.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I rat catcher.
That is the most crits you will ever see.
Oh man. Alright, well, I think I'm going to switch to Samus. So for those of you who are hanging out, awesome. Please stick around. I'll update the chat title in a second, or the stream title in a second. And I'm going to also use the restroom. Thanks for all your help, Beef. Appreciate you, as always.
Have a good night.
See you, buddy.
Night, night.
Alright, let's get this switched over to Samus. And then, let's change over here to... Switch to Samus, get a couple levels on Samus. It'll be a good day. I'm kind of using JavaBot now to help Beef get his archer up. Slash, it's good to have somebody to kind of level with in particular. So that is good times. Good times, lollipop. Ooh, I'm reliable. Alright, so I'm going to set this to auto attack. I'm going to run an ad real quick while I'm using the restroom. I'll be right back. For those of you who are hanging out on YouTube or whatever, here's the My Heroes list. Alright, welcome back, everybody. So, Brill, as a serious, really actually super serious question, how do you as a grown-ass man not have the ability to keep track of your goddamn earbuds?
I was not planning on using Discord.
That's fine.
I have a headset at my place that will work.
Oh, it's all good.
I turned an entire literal bucket full of hardware.
Huh?
I turned in so much stuff that I had no idea what to do with it. I probably should just like, hello.
Yeah, I mean, that does happen.
But I am a vaguely responsible person, so I turned it all.
Except when it comes to headsets.
I kept my headsets.
Alright.
Because I mean, I had some of my phones mixed in with it all too, and some of my chargers, so I had to untangle my. What's really funny is that I was pretty sure I was gonna go anyhow, and they, right when this one guy mailed me a replacement iPod. So I tried to answer, hey, you know, I'm gonna be in town next week. Let me just pick up. And they overnighted the hell out of that thing.
Well, that's nice of them.
And you know what happened the next week?
Did you get a big promotion?
I took it right back. It has not even been unboxed yet.
Aw.
It's been all the way through UPS or whatever to me and back again.
Should have at least opened it. Shook it real good.
That particular package is very hard to open. The phone, however, is very easy to open, and I actually dropped the phone. So I dropped a brand new iPhone 11 on the ground.
Well, you didn't want that anyway.
Enter into Hazardill's shipping.
It was carpet, and it wasn't that far. It was
Time
fine.
to start smashing.
Maybe.
So for those of you who are curious, the winning vote for Samus actually kind of went in the way that I wanted to in a monk build. So we're doing a dex-based monk. We TR'd this afternoon, so we're level 4. Normally we'd be a little bit higher level by now, but it took me, I ended up spending a little bit of my time this morning getting my inventory emptied while we kind of talked about builds in general and stuff. So I am hopeful that this build will end up working out. We'll see. I don't actually know. I have not played a monk character in a really long time. I played a little bit on a hardcore server as a monk with rogue levels, and I really enjoyed it. But I couldn't quite figure out how to get the stats min-max the way I wanted to on live, and still be dex-based, which I wanted to be dex-based specifically to maximize the reason for being a halfling. I specifically said, do not make demands and do not repeat yourself numerous times. And then you just kept doing it. So that's why you went on timeout. You don't listen to instructions, you're going to be gone. And it's really weird because we've had this conversation before. And if I remember having the conversation, that means we probably had the conversation several times before. And again, if you were to try to tell me that Ninja puts up with people like telling him to do things, especially non-paying people, or some of the other big streamers, I would tell you you're full of shit. I've watched numerous other streams. I watch other people stream reasonably often. And you don't get any kind of reaction like that. So nobody likes to be told what to do.
As the last crate
The difference
started
is
to
that
you
here
learned
I'm
that
king
you
and I do what I
successfully
want.
Stopped Hazardale's illicit trade.
Do what I want.
The awkward moment when you hit a button and you're not sure what you hit, but some setting changed.
So this is the quest that I got to lab Jamurdered in. That basically talked
You make your
him
way back into
out of the
Hazardale's
hardcore.
warehouse.
Not talked him out of the
Still
hardcore
might
server,
be an asset
but
here.
it kind of broke his morale on the hardcore server. This guy spawned a Carnage Reaper, and I did everything I could, including getting killed myself, to rescue him while he was AFK getting coffee, stepping into the quest. Important lesson, kids. Don't AFK in hardcore mode inside the quest unless you have to. Yep, this is it.
A wary kobold guards this room. You may be
Now,
forced to fight.
to be really fair to Lab, Rhett, you didn't even log on and roll up a character. Even if all you did was log in every day and eat your role experience, and do Explorer Zones, you probably could have 20'd. On one character, just rolling your gold and silver rolls. First life characters like what, 1.9 million experience? Could easily have gotten there in Explorer Zones plus rolls. So at least he started, at least he tried for a little while. I wish he would have came back a little earlier, but because if Tabrel can get to 20 and beyond,
Anyone can.
I was gonna say anyone else who was in my party piking along could.
I got the last 1,000 or 500 on my.
You did a really good job.
There's some scary things. Like I did the hard lifting on. Maybe the scariest one was some hard lifting in. And it's hard, it's scary because of nostalgia, but hard lifting in. What, New Invasion, where you go down and fight the Horn Devil in the
You
pit,
did
the
that in the
elementals and
Horn
stuff.
Devils, but you were also supremely confident.
Oh, I knew that quest like back of my hand. Like I was like all over.
But you also went down there with a bunch of people, and I ended up like detouring trying to help a guy get back. No, I went down and then I detoured to escape because I was in trouble. Good, a Famine Reaper at the absolute worst part of the quest to have a Famine Reaper. Again, the difference between First Life and having gear, not having gear, it's a big deal.
the stolen goods for Carter.
You'll recover the stolen
Return them
goods.
to him right away.
All this stuff's heavy. Take this. Alright, what do we want to do next? Like, not a big fan of Kobold Assault in general. But while we're still level 4, let's run through this Explorer Zone and do these quests. Yeah. This Explorer Zone caps at 4, so you want to do it before 4 if you can help it. What? That literally hit me for 0 damage and knocked me off my horse. I feel like that's shenanigans, sir. Some chill Reaper 1 still. We could probably step it up, but on a melee life, I really don't feel like there's any reason to bother to step up Reaper lives on a melee. Unless you just really want to try to push yourself.
To Nash's farm, but the hills echo with distant shouts and the barking of dogs.
I got through the new season of The Expanse yesterday. I was pretty pleased. They finally... I don't want to give any spoilers because it is brand new, but I really enjoyed it. A couple of things seemed a little bit oddball to me, but... It's definitely an interesting story. I don't know why it was such a short season. I'm sure it was Amazon trying to figure out if it was making money or not. Since this is the first season that Amazon produced or paid for. But like, it came out... I think it's less than 4 days since it came out. Have I seen It Chapter 2? I don't like quote-unquote scary movies.
The orc raiders have thrown
In general, so I have not seen It Chapter 2. Those kind of things typically bore me and put me to sleep. I don't know why. I can't think of the last quote-unquote scary movie that I didn't like end up being bored. So my wife used to be really into those kind of things for a long time also, so we would go to those kind of things, and I would just either figure it out and get bored, figure it out and get bored and go to sleep. I'm just not. Now, if there's going to be something that's weird and messed up and, like, interesting, those shows I like, as long as I don't see them coming. Like, if I don't see the twist coming, then I'm usually pretty excited. So, like, 10 Star is one of the shows that I recommend for, in my opinion, get you out of the blue. It's on Amazon. The Magicians is a show that often will surprise me. I just don't see a lot of the things coming. It's gotten worse as I figured out the writers a little bit more, but I still feel for the most part their twists are not usually very foretold. Unfortunately, the Expanse had a twist that was super... A couple of them, actually, that were, like, super easy to figure out. I don't think everyone figured them out, but I felt like they were very, very easy to suss out. Also, I don't like the new girl's haircut. She's obviously trying to grow her hair back out for this. I don't like it. I liked it better when it was long on the top and shaved on the sides. I like a skullet. I don't know why. I just think skullets are sexy. Let's see if we can taint a bad man. Ooh, we did. Tainted him real good. Tainted him a long time.
Smoke rises in the distance. You'll need to act quickly to save Nash's house from the flames.
Might as well get the free remove curse effect every time we pop off our triple positive, which is not going to be super often, but sometimes.
Angry orc cries bellow from behind the house as the flames go out.
Things that are monk stunned, right? They take sneak attack dice? Yeah, they do.
Stunned is helpless.
Yeah, that's good.
So sneaks and extra damage and all that.
The local orcs will think twice before raiding another farmstead in the
Yeah, so halflings get a bunch of sneak attack stuff as well as big dex. Which is part of the reason we're doing dex build and monk stun.
I think Ninja, one of those did or used to give helpless.
I don't know, but they give helpless.
That's up their ways if it's still a thing.
A dusty caravan
But Ninja
blocks
gives
the road.
dex to damage, which is part of the reason I'm this far in Ninja already. Alright. Let's ride around, get the rest of these explorers. I think we can end mostly on that side. Or at least get a bunch of them on that side and then finish the rest up. After, we just gotta go around backwards.
The faint sounds of an argument over the price of several objects escapes from the cave.
Oh, I can run an ad again already? Wow.
The items being
Ad stuff
discussed
seems like it
legally
fires off
are
really
limited.
quickly now.
Carved statues of hideous creatures line this
I don't know, that's the
white
first ad I've run in
place.
like 2 days, so I feel like it's okay.
The old mine here has long since
Need to get in
collapsed.
like a rotation of
Someone must have
doing
done
an
one too
doing
many times.
slightly more ads every so often, because they do actually generate a reasonable amount of income for just hanging out watching the stream. And then if you're a subscriber, you don't have to watch the ads anyway. That's usually when I like get up, take a break, use the restroom, stuff like that.
Rocks above,
Usually the only times I hit the button.
in your ears.
But it is a real help for sure. I know, I'm really tempted to turn the YouTube. Well, every time I just think about turning the YouTube stream part off, I actually end up having almost inevitably a couple of actual DDO people trickle in to the YouTube side. I told you there was literally a guy who ended up joining me questing the other day, who literally was like, "Hey, you're the guy who streams DDO on YouTube, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." And that was literally how he recognized me, was the guy who streams DDO on YouTube. So
This
I feel like the
caravan has been
audience
looted
sometimes is there.
Judging from the debris, this happened quite recently.
From the loud, boisterous
I
sounds
don't know, it's a
coming
real
from this cave,
interesting
yes, there must be dozens
question
of
for
orcs
me.
inside.
Alright, so the lonely tree is up here, which is ironic because there's two trees.
A lone tree dots this hill.
Never
Legend
understood
says
that.
when the temple was ransacked, the ancient white marble
There's
ruins were
that.
all that
Is
remained
this-
of the once great temple to
No.
Arwen, goddess of agriculture. Offerings from desperate farmers.
Well, it doesn't
were
make me any revenue is the
from
problem.
looks of the land here, rewarded.
Like, if I could point to any kind of revenue that YouTube actually
Continues east into
sends my direction, I would be a different story. But right now, there is no income. And my most regular YouTube people don't support the stream financially, so it's hard to do something for free with no bonus. Restream is giving me 2 weeks of streaming to a Facebook public page, so I'm gonna sign up and I'll be streaming on the Samius Plays page. Hopefully, I'll be doing that in the next couple of days. So maybe if we can generate some money on the YouTube side, or on the Facebook side, I will keep streaming on that. We'll try it for free for now. I haven't even seriously considered anything on Mixler. Have a good night, Beef. Beef's got the sweet hat added to the emotes. You taking off, Rhett? Have a good night, bud. I know. I'll be looking at it in the next couple of days for sure. He said if Restream is going to give me stuff for free to try, then I will take a look at it and see what kind of stuff there. As long as it's not like a trick, right? It's like, oh, just subscribe now and put in your credit card, and your first 2 weeks are free, and you can cancel at any time. It's
The
like,
orcs must somewhere atop the smaller island a deep orc voice barks orders. It must be the orc commander directing his troops.
the brain maggots are strong today. I don't know. Like I said, I like the idea of streaming to YouTube again. Or, sorry, not YouTube, Facebook. I think they're almost gone through my claims. If they go through my claims, I might be able to stream non-music ones. They've ironically released, I think, every video that they've looked at so far. There's been no, we have reviewed this and we're keeping it locked. I find to be pretty fucking funny. I should stream on 50 platforms. Well, again, it's about, hate to tell you this, but when you do something as your, why am I in, did I pick up something somewhere that knocked me into encumbered mode? Oh, there's a plate mail. Get out of here. Yeah, we need to increase our strength a couple more points. But when you do something as your income, you have to look at cost benefit analysis. Honestly, I need to find a good sponsor is what I need. Something like a MeUndies or there's a water company that likes to work with people. Let's see. I had actually started looking at them to see if we could get any of them here in town and see if we if my son liked their brand of flavored water. Cause I'll drink the occasional like sparkling water, but my kid drinks it like he's drowning. He drinks it non-stop. I don't see what it. Don't remember what it was called. We drink this LaCroix right now. It's what he likes. Maybe they're just flavored water? They're not... Spindrift. That's what they're called. Spindrift. Apparently Spindrift really likes working with smaller streamers. I suspect that ends up meaning that they like to do product placement stuff, which is fine. Like I said, I like the occasional sparkling water, but my son drinks it like mad. I need to figure out how to get a hold of people for marketing or for sponsorship deals. It's honestly not something I know how to do. We have a fan base. We have a reasonable number of views. It's not like I'm no ninja. But I think once the stuff starts to, once dominoes start to fall, they'll fall faster and faster.
I don't know. They're pretty good at delivery.
Aw,
Yeah,
think they
were
like
pretty
it.
good
They
delivery
like it.
traffic, too.
they're great at falling.
Judging from the clothes, it must be Lady
Also,
Anne.
you know what else is a ninja we discovered tonight?
You freed
Me,
Lady
I'm a
Anne
ninja.
and her bodyguards from
Polar bear.
Oh yeah?
So consider this: one, they're incredibly well insulated and barely or don't show up on infrared. Two, they blend into their surroundings anyhow because they're all white snow.
They're also the #1 killing, the animal that kills the most humans a year.
I mean, because they're ninjas.
I think it's because they like man flesh.
Well, that doesn't help. I mean, there's you walking around like in the snow, like oh, I like snow, and like all of a sudden you're shoveling snow off your sidewalk and polar bear eat.
There are literally places where polar bear are common that it's against the law for you not to carry a gun. Do you know that?
Because they'll eat you.
That's right.
I'm just saying, they're ninjas.
That is exactly
road
correct.
continues east into territory
It'll eat your
controlled by
face.
hostile tribes.
That show Fortitude, another show that I highly recommend for people. It's called Fortitude. You can watch it on Amazon. It's set in this little town above the Arctic Circle called Fortitude. I can't remember. It's an English-controlled town. I don't remember exactly what that
Several white marble stones.
means, and it's based on a true location, I believe. Like it's an actual factual place. But yeah, I feel like it's pretty odd that there are definitely places that say you have to carry firearms. I mean, it makes sense though, right? If part of the population of wild animals want to literally eat you, should probably be safe. Alright, with this we can take level 5, I believe. Let's just check our log here. I'm actually kind of going for favor-ish. Oh, we have Sunken Sewer and Missing Action. I forgot about those. Glad I checked. So we're doing like a pseudo favor run. The tomes don't matter, so we'll kind of see what happens. But you and your friends are watching to see it, laughing how dumb I am. That's pretty funny. Hand puppets on your shouldn't count as friends. So we know those are the only people who like you. Are lefty and righty.
There must be a mechanism to activate them within the tunnels.
And that's okay. Your friends can be socks. It's okay. Tobrell's girlfriend in high school was a sock.
There is a lever here. Perhaps it is tied to the crystals that power the object.
Yeah, my sock left me.
I think a lot of people lost their virginity to a sock. No shame, bro.
She wouldn't even stick around.
Aww. She got lost in the dryer. He's still salty.
It's my true love.
Oh. Well, on the plus side, you could just go find her mate and you're good.
Bodies of some of the missing adventurers
Nope.
on the floor near the lever.
The one sock left me for the other sock.
Oh my goodness. It's the worst kind of
Is there a
betrayal.
country music song in here yet?
There probably is. Yeah, I just imagine you sitting here like this with your two hand puppets. Someone called me a chode licker. Sweet. It's always good. Try to have a laugh at somebody. That's what I'm here for. I failed my wand activation. Uh-oh, danger. Like actual danger. Alright, danger's killed.
Bodies of missing adventurers litter the
Oh man. So I have to find something else for this nerd elephant we're doing.
Here. Perhaps it is tied to the crystals that power the gate.
So I have the primary thing, but I don't think very many people are gonna be interested in it. So I gotta go find something. Somebody's gonna be disappointed. I'm not saying that nobody will be interested in it, but I feel like I have to find something that somebody will at least like want to bicker over slightly. Like your missing sock.
No, I've moved on.
All about you. You see the telltale signs of
That has to be powered by a wall outlet.
Uh-huh. You and your 5 mates? Man, I didn't even know you could count to 5. That's impressive.
Tell her what you have learned.
I feel like I should just completely go hardcore on Peter. In the off chance he does actually have friends, which I'm still not putting past him yet. Someone's gonna have to prove to me that he's got friends, which I don't buy. But let alone that he has 5 of them. I could buy if you had one friend. Like maybe it was a slightly slow friend or somebody who felt pity. I could get it. But like 5 friends, that seems unlikely. But then again, the Beatles did form a group. There was a group of Beatles, and they did give themselves Handy Jays. So, I mean, if that pack of dorks could get themselves some lovin's, I guess anything's possible.
Your history book is bizarre at best.
It's true. They wrote about it in their autobiography.
Cascades of putrid water rushed.
You can Google that shit.
Did you team that?
Huh?
Did you self-publish this book?
I did not self-publish the book. It's just the truth.
Fumes into the tunnel. There does not seem to be a way to disrupt. Levers on the wall might be used.
They had circle jerks. They stayed out of trouble. They didn't do drugs, and they proceeded with the circle jerk.
Short swim.
Let's see. Paul McCartney reveals he and John Lennon participated in a 5-man circle jerk. Like, it's literally the truth.
Before you lies a dark and stagnant pool of water. It appears to be the safest place to leap.
And apparently, John McCartney would scream Winston Churchill during climax or something stupid like that. They had what they would call a Beatles sandwich, which is the time where 17-year-old George lost his virginity, but everybody else had to sit in the van and cheer him on. Again, according to old Paul McCartney. These are just these things we call facts. And whether Paul McCartney's full of shit and this never happened and he's just talking out his asshole. But come on, man. Yellow Submarine, you gotta believe him.
This very much sounds like some trolling.
He wrote a book and he talked about it in an interview in GQ.
All my buddies are dead. I'm gonna write a book about how we circle jerk each other.
There's still some Beatles left alive. Right? There's 2? 3?
2? I don't remember the status of Ringo.
It says George is still alive.
Oh, I thought he croaked.
According to cheatsheet.com, George Harrison, Ringo Starr, and Paul McCartney are still alive. So there's only
I thought George croaked a while back, but I don't know.
Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. This does say he's dead. 2001. Ringo Starr is 68 and lives in the UK. Paul McCartney
Killed
is
him
67.
just
He's still there.
George
So half
Harrison
of
was
them are dead.
fine until you went over and killed him.
So why would you these things grouped together? Weird. Why you gotta be making me look less knowledgeable, you or Google? Piece of S. Alright, let's see. What's up, darling?
Dude, it smells like onions in here.
Well, naturally,
What are you doing?
masturbating with onions. What have you been doing in here?
Leaving.
I don't know why it smells like onions.
Your breath smells like onions.
Well, it's because I was tongue banging the onion.
So, you need to like clean that shit before you come back to the bedroom. Doesn't smell like it. And I get angry in the night.
Whatever. Whatever. Worst thing you could possibly do is kill me in my sleep. Just challenge accepted. Bring it on.
I'll wake your ass up and kick you out of bed. You'll be sitting in here.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so dark now. I'm scared.
Good night.
Boys, that's a lady. And when you're lucky and you trick one into loving you, sometimes they'll touch your dingleberries. They are the best. Uncentered and this came off. Great. I'm tired.
Yeah, I think I need to clock out here. So I gotta wake up on time tomorrow.
Let's see. I've only been on for
I've been on
3
for
hours. I might
hours.
stick around till midnight. Let me get out of here a little early.
Shoot.
Well, I guess we're going to find out if I can run through all these traps with my new monk powers. What does it say my save is right now? 18. In a Reaper quest, it'll be higher than that, but how much higher? 22.
Channel the polar bear.
Yeah, polar bears can eat my bumhole. That's how much
They literally can.
polar bears. They can bring it on.
They can and will. You will be killed by the polar bear. The polar bear is huge.
They can come get me. Come at me, polar
Okay.
bears.
Polar bear fuck you up.
We gotta get to Kansas first. That's a long way.
You realize how pissed they're gonna be by the time they get to Kansas to eat you, right?
I mean, they're welcome to come get a piece.
I don't think I would have declared open war on polar bears.
Fuck polar bears. You know what? There you go. I said it. I said it. Polar bears can eat my ass.
I'm not standing next to you during Christmas while it's not.
In fact, I'll even give them my address in Denver if they want to come get me.
Fortunately, you have no idea where I live.
Oh, that's not true. I'm pretty sure I have it in one of the text messages from you. I mean, where I live in Denver. So vicious.
The sewers
All
echo
right.
with the noise of an iron door clattering open.
We have no shield running, so we'll have to throw a shield wand up here in a second. Then remember to keep a bloody eye on it. 2 points of strength damage. This is communism, for sure. Communism of the worst order. Says a guy who's always angry over a fart joke. I don't care about fart jokes. I make fart jokes all the time. I just don't like... I like my fart jokes to be slightly more cerebral. As opposed to just like... Did you fart today? That's a dumbass joke. It's a joke for idiots. Now you want to have a joke that's like a little bit more thought out. It's like, you know, can you fart the name Peter? That's a little bit different.
A hoarse voice shouts, "This place belongs to the quick."
You put a quality joke in there and it's a different story. Different story. Alright. this way. I'm gonna have to.
Alright, I'm gonna crash out here.
Okay, get some sleep, you little bitch.
Yep. Catch up with you possibly in person next time.
Yep, we'll see you on Saturday probably. Assuming you don't get you murdered.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping you get you murdered or you don't get you murdered. I'm confused what I'm rooting for now.
Eh,
Am I in the will again?
no.
Alright, so you can't be murdered yet then. I'm in Ben's will, so I gotta make sure what the new cut is.
You can get my collection of my toenail clipping.
The fact that you have a collection of toenail clippings explains why you're never gonna find true love again. Your sock left because you collect your fucking toenails. That's gross. Alright, have a good night, buddy.
Night.
Oh, this guy. This guy like ninja'd around me like a little bastard. Alright. Kinda want to put an LFM up just to see who trickles in. But my concern is of course, as always, that I don't want to be responsible for people's well-being. However, if you happen to be a DDO player on the Sarlona server and you'd like to pike some experience, you know what to do. Just send me a tell. I'm on El Samus. Of course, there's no actual L. Just Samus.
When the Quickfoot cries,
Gwyn the Quickfoot? No way! Oh shit. Alright, we got that. I think I died. I died a pretty horrible death, actually. Carnage Reaper. Carney! Oh shit, it didn't die. It's not good. Alright, now it died. Ooh, we can't get a jump off. That's right, beat your sleet storming ass to death. Get your nonsense out, video game. No fragments? All that work and no fragments? That's dumb. Alright. Hello? Girl Scout cookies. Made with 100% Girl Scouts. No takers. No takers. All right. Oh. That's good. That was real good. What do we got next? Hitting the wrong button. Oh, we have God damn it. I can't think of the name of this quest. Catacombs. Got Catacombs. Red Fangs, fuck Cobalt Assault, STK Part 1, Toot Toot, oh my god, stop fantasizing about my backside. I know you're in love with me. Jeez. Hard pass. Alright, let's see. We have 50 minutes. Yeah, we could probably tear through a pretty hefty chunk of the quest. Do we want to upgrade our gear? We can upgrade our ring for sure. Yeah, let's take a look and see what we can do at level 5. I know level 5 we can at least increase to a couple pieces of gear here or there. So we'll see what else. We'll see what we can get away with. We might also be able to upgrade like to a bigger strength item. I don't think so though. I don't think we have a strength item or anything like that until 6. See what we can do. Oh, we have our holy vampirism hand wraps. That's good. Should probably grab those. Come on. Alright. These hand wraps can go up here. And these can go down here. Scroll to the bottom, work our way up. We could do... Start carrying around a Pale Lavalier. Not that we'll probably use it at all, really. Might use it sporadically. I can use the Troll Regeneration Ring now. That'll give us some fortification and actually a little bit of regeneration as well. And then what else? Do we actually have anything else? There's got to be another ring, right? Here's those treasure hunter elixirs. I'll just dump them over here. Oh, there's haven't moved yet. So we're level 10. Let's put those over there. Rapid Endless Nights at 8. Let's get them over there. We have some reasonable gear for much more than I thought, actually. A lot of these hand wraps are pretty sweet. So I did see a ring. Put on the elemental essence. It doesn't really do anything for us though. Do straight fire. Really don't fire off any of those things all that often. Cocaine. Oh, we have the platinum knuckles at 15. Can't know if we're going to use any of this stuff, but I'm just going to try to put it over here as the maybe pile. Grab it while I see it. Yeah, I don't see another ring. So we could put on this combustive ring. It would be fine, but we just don't cast that much. Fire stuff, really. Yeah, I think this is just... I think our gear is fine. Having these other hand wraps that are going to be... What? Alright, well now I'm a little annoyed. Why are things showing up as usable, but they are not? That's aggravating. Alright. So, we're probably fine, actually. Let's get out of here. Oh, do we want a level 5 helper? Sure. Let's get a level 5 helper. Get like a sword person, maybe. A little pew pew. That's not where I parked my car. Not where we parked our car at all. What do we want? Do we want a sorcerer? It's a weird noise. Let's grab this wizard. See if this wizard does any good. Alright, while we're moving there, let's check on Twitter here. That for now.
The sanctuary is quiet.
Oh no, it closed on us.
The smell of blood hangs thick. In the western cells, blood and bodies are everywhere, as are webs. Rows of cells lie ahead. You should look in them for signs of Marguerite. The markings on this lever indicate that it controls the rattle of a portcullis echoes up the passage behind you.
We gotta make sure that we kill at least 10 things so we can get our Reaper experience. Should not be that big of a problem. We're already at 6. What a bat hole.
More bloodshed in the north wing.
I wonder if that's me, actually.
The faint tang of decay in the air.
It's very similar to
eruption grows stronger. Maybe the spiders didn't kill these people after all.
what my level 5 version of Samius would have looked like.
There's something on the floor in this cell. A rag paper note hastily scrawled upon and left amid the carnage.
Alright, and they have, yeah, we've got the things. Let's just get out of here. Whoa! Run! Run while I itch myself. Ya monster. Let's see, anything else exciting going on? Don't imagine so, honestly. Wife and kid are long in bed. I guess not long to bed. I forgot to advance the quest. We get to enter the quest? Yay, we do!
Archbishop Dryden waits to speak with you at the top of his dais. The moans of the undead rump the scrape of bone against stone.
Oh my goodness, bones against stone.
Something strange ahead.
Sounds like the time that I hooked up with that Medusa.
This must be where the warden kept his keys. His body lies on the floor, twisted in death. The undead have battered these doors relentlessly. You might be able to open
more
them
haste.
now with the master key.
More haste!
This way lies Minon's ward. The reek of the undead is almost palpable. Come farther down the passage.
Uh-oh. I'm counting on Duder to die. No, we're not stopping and raising people. Summon Ellery. Get some heals.
A dirt-caked man stares at you from across the room, his eyes glazed with madness. Fitzwood vanishes before your eyes.
Alright, time to run all over the place for no good reason. Did we kill our 10 things? Oh, we did. Sweet. Oh no, the door closed on us.
From the south, you hear another portcullis clatter open.
But how?
The south wing. This way you hear the rattle of iron, the low metallic growl. This lever may open the way out. In the distance, the exit gate rises up,
here.
but several nearby doors open as well. You hear clattering and growling from within.
Meow. In and out. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. In and out. There's no real reason to go on these quests on Elite until the last one, or Reaper until the last one. Even the last one's not really great. This is fine. We go too far? Did. Damn.
smell of blood mixes with the musty scent of old books. An elderly librarian cowers nearby. This must be Gwillem. You hear thumps and
Right, so I don't know
on
if
the
this
shelves
guy
of the
will
archives.
actually
The undead have
walk all the way
corrupted this
here
place.
without them, but I'm gonna see if he will. Worst case scenario, we'll come back and we'll clean this mess up. Have I lost weight? I doubt it. Really don't get to lose weight. It's not a thing that happens. Need to drop some poundage though. This fat ass getting pretty chunky.
Someone has carved a message into one of the shells. The duality, the shells seem slightly askew here. You hear a chittering sound behind the shells here. On the pedestal lies a scrap of parchment covered with wild scribbled writing. This must be part of the book of duality. A faint voice whispers, "And the dead shall be as the living, and the living shall weep for death."
I did go get a haircut and a beard trim today though.
You hear a terrible rending, gobbling. A trail of blood drops leads to this section of shelves. Ghouls, once librarian, a faint voice whispers, "Let the tombs and ossuaries open. Ancient liches arise. A new
You're just trying to put a finger on why I'm even more handsome than usual. That's probably why.
In the distance, someone's cry for help is choked off by a gurgling scream. Wet sounds of tearing flesh follow. A faint breeze ruffles the pages of the books. A faint voice whispers, "The void consumes the flame.
Oh, that's not a good time to be slowed.
The path lies between."
So we can get out of here still though. What do I usually eat for breakfast? It varies. Usually a tortilla, a slice of sandwich meat, and a slice of cheese. And that's of course at 2. And then the wife and I negotiate dinner at whenever. And that's usually the last thing I eat for the evening. There are days that I eat other stuff for sure. Like I'll have noodles or
Top of his dais.
like a ramen or something. Like yesterday, for example, I had ramen with turkey breast. Today for dinner was nachos. I am debating with the wife if we want to try to go like hardcore paleo after the New Year starts. Because everyone knows it's a pain in the ass to try to get on a diet during the holidays.
The unearthly cries of the undead fill the tomb.
So we're
The sapphire gate is shut. You will have
do a
to
month or
wait. A
two
reads,
of
"Mind
paleo and see how we like it.
first of the line in the
Not paleo, sorry, keto. I actually really enjoyed the keto stuff, or the paleo stuff. Problem is I, like a lot of people, are addicted to grains, so it's hard not to eat grains. So the problem is Goku is supposed to be like the Superman, right? He's a character without limit. Thanos has limits, theoretically. It's just he can rise to greater expectations
You hear a clatter from the hallway. The
more
central
often.
gate is open.
I don't know. They're probably very similar. Thanos is a character that
You hear scratching sounds from the central crypt.
kind is also someone without limits, I guess, thinking about it some more. I mean, assuming that Goku has time to reach that level,
The Emerald Gate is shut.
probably Goku.
You will have to find a way to raise it. The plaque upon the floor reads, Ungari Dryden, prelate of the flame. You hear a clatter from the hallway. The Emerald Gate is open.
And like theoretical nerdgasm. 'Cause again, it's Goku is basically Superman, where the idea is that you're talking about a force that has unlimited potential. Which is why when people talk about like having Goku and
The scratching sound grows louder, then turns
Superman
into
fight, it's basically like a masturbatory story. You're talking about having the same, basically the equivalent of the same characters fighting each other.
The Topaz Gate is shut. You will have to find a way to raise it.
The thing about Thanos, though, when it comes to a fight,
Plaque upon the floor reads,
is that he
Sanctum in memory of Iso Dryden.
figures out how strong he needs to be
You hear a clatter from the
to
hallway.
defeat his enemy
Topaz
to
Gate
start
is
with,
raised.
and then he just kills them. Right? Where Goku doesn't know how strong he needs to be to start with, but he always rises to the occasion. So why I still probably say Goku ends up winning the fight eventually, the short fight
The hammering from Gerard's
probably goes to
grows
Thanos,
louder and louder. It ends with the crack splitting stone.
which means that the other guys have got to get the Dragon Balls together. So that's also a kind of situation that Thanos would be on the ball of.
The Amethyst Gate is shut. You will have to find a way to rid. A plaque upon the floor reads, Taras Dryden, guard captain and friend of the whole. You hear a clatter from the hallway. The Amethyst Gate is raised.
Question answered. Alright, I think I'm going to switch back to these hand wraps for a second to clean up Clean up this trash. Try to get some hit points back, and then summon Ellery. Here I was about to say the quiet part out loud, where I was going to be like, well, as long as there's not a Reaper right on our butt, we'll be okay. But then, of course, there was a Reaper right on our butt. Let's see if we can get some hit points out of Ellery before more things get crazy. So one of the shows I'm rewatching is The Magicians. The new season, or last season technically, just came out on... How did I open that? Shouldn't have been strong enough to open that. Just came out on Netflix. The new season starts the middle of next month. So I'm trying to refresh myself with what was going on. This last season was not my favorite season. I like the previous seasons a lot. Let's see.
Marshal of the militant clergy and high paladin of the flame.
But I do highly recommend it. The problem with this season was there was a lot of warm-up, and it was a pretty slow burn. I also feel like it was a lot more predictable than some previous seasons.
You hear a click from the direction of Gerard's tomb.
But again, I'd still recommend checking it out. Season 1 through 4 is on Netflix, and then Season 5 will be starting in a month.
Black on the floor reads, "Herein lies Lambert Dryden, a shriek of rusty metal. The sunstone gates enclosing Gerard's tomb grind open."
See if we can get things busted here. Switch hand wraps while we're full on life. Ellery decides to just be super crazy. The cray-cray-iest.
Three Sunstone. A plaque on the floor reads, "Gerard Dryden, the doomed bishop, in the darkness lit from thy rest." As Gerard collapsed, his sarcophagus shudders violently and explodes in a storm of
Let's just
jagged
get this red. Let's get out of the quest. The quest is done. It was kind of fun, but I don't want to get murdered in here. I can't believe how generous Smurfy has been this week. Really appreciate it. see. We're coming up to midnight here. I think I'll probably end around midnight. Like to finish this chain first. I don't know if we're going to get all the way through. Though, to be perfectly honest. We're about to do, what, the two that are sucky? Yeah, I think we'll get through. It'll be close, though.
The sacred aura surrounding this place puts you at ease. Many bones are piled here, as if the darkness.
We're not stopping.
The power of the duality pulses.
We are zerging. We'd have to stop and kill 10 monsters though, because we are on Reaper mode. Should be pretty easy to do. Usually have not had much of a problem finding 10 monsters to kill.
Words are etched in the archway. Shrine of the clattering like old. The altar of the avenging maiden stands before you. You will have to destroy the.
Also, I'm not sure if these guys count as my kills.
The protective magic surrounding the altar the shadows and corruption.
Oh, misadventure.
The altar dissipate. A sound like a soft sigh fills the chamber.
We're gonna get some extra kills even. Nice. Alright, I don't care about that zombie. You care about this collectible though. Give me that collectible. We're less than 1,000 views away from 60,000 views. That's pretty sweet. Get out of the way.
With a rusty shriek, the bars of the Conflagration Chapel rise. Words are etched in the archway. The altar of the Conflagration stands before you. You will have to destroy the White Guardian before, as the white collapses, the protective magic surrounding the altar vanishes. It can be purified now.
I'll have to do something for 60,000 views on Twitch. It's like rolling over your car almost.
You hear a click from the nearby portcullis.
Alright, shall we guess again? Is it this one? Nope. Nope.
Shuddering and groaning, the bars of the winged serpent thane. Words are etched in the archway. The altar of the winged serpent stands before you. You will have to destroy the White Guardian before you can cure it.
Jerk. You got it, son.
The white collapses. The protective magic as the darkness hanging over the altar dissolves. You hear the cries of fury from the central vault. The main altar's guardians have awakened.
Alright, let's get out of here. 4 guardians around the main altar. I like it. One, 2. One of these hellhounds is unnecessary.
Protective magic surrounding the altar vanishes. It can be purified now. As the shrieks of the vanquished undead fade, a small stone tablet appears atop the main altar. It beckons you.
Bye. That's pretty good. It's fast.
Scratching sounds and creaking rise through the dust-choked air. Before you stands the sarcophagus of Cardinal Olag, second patriarch of Stormreach.
Whew. Cold shiver.
Hideous laughter
Getting
jumps
old.
out of the dark.
Old man shivers. Get out of the way.
Before you stands the sarcophagus of Cardinal Hengrin, third patriarch of Stormreach.
Alright, we'll clear up here. Oh, look at him. Look at him come. Not bad.
Groans and the cracking of stone echo up this passage. Before you stands the sarcophagus. As the third sarcophagus is warded, a roar.
Oh no, I fell in the trap.
Get up to the room above from here. The air grows colder as you round the bend. You hear raspy muttering in the clank of armor. Something terrible stirs ahead near the sarcophagus of Cardinal Bravonus, first patriarch of Stormreach.
This might be the fastest I've done this quest. Or these two quests. Going pretty quick. Guess it would have been quicker if I would have clicked on that faster.
Faint, unearthly chimes seem to ring from up this passage, beckoning you to safety. The altar lies beyond the gates ahead of you. Succor is at hand.
Pick up the collectibles. Never know when you're gonna get something that's sweet. Win nay 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 nay. Alright, so we probably want to do Unbalancing Strike just because they are subject to sneak attacks. It probably won't work on Undead or anything like that but still, it's fine.
Waits to speak with you at the top of his dais.
Alright. Yeah, it's gonna be close. I don't think we're gonna quite finish though, because this next one's really long.
As you shut the gate behind you, a great magical barrier rises up out of nowhere. There will be no going back. Your blood runs cold. Before you is the wraith of Marguerite Dryden. She watches you but does not attack. A barrier above blocks your ascent. From the side view comes the rattling of dry bones.
Yeah, I can't heal you. We can try to do positive attacks and try to heal him that way, but I healed him a lot, actually. Of course, then a Plague Reaper immediately tries to undo it all, as Plague Reapers do.
A third barrier bars your path at the top of the stairs. The groans of the living dead greet you.
I'm afraid of that. Well, I hope I enjoyed that, Hell, I think maybe he did become susceptible to sneak attacks.
Another barrier, and the shrieking of ghouls on the prowl.
Dennis, Curly, and Pie Face. I don't know who you're talking about, but they sound absolutely atrocious. Died really quick. The damage actually seems to be pretty good, all things considered. Gandalf versus Thanos. Well, again, I think we kind of decided that Thanos was practically a person built without limits, so don't think anybody can when you're talking about people that have no limits, you can't expect a person with limits to be able to beat a person without. Chat publicly as Bill Thompson.
The last barrier to the Archbishop's
Yeah,
chambers lies ahead. The undead here are many and ravenous.
I don't really follow what you're talking about. You want me to pretend to be Bill Thompson? I don't even know who that is. Alright.
As the altar explodes in a fury of holy energy, the back wall slides open to reveal
Very
a secret
confused.
passage, perhaps a
Alrighty,
way out.
we are knock out this last quest and we'll probably call it an evening. I am going to go ahead and do it on Reaper. It's kind of pointless because there's not exactly a bunch of mobs in here to kill off, but I'll do it anyway.
Archbishop Dryden stares coldly down at you from his dais. You can feel his scorn from here.
And it does make certain things a little bit more difficult. I think we'll manage. Alright, so we just need to make sure we kill 10 guys before
Archbishop
Dryden.
collapses unconscious. The wraith of Archbishop Dryden rises from his body and turns its glowing eyes on you.
Go.
Howls in despair as
That was
the
208
flames
Reaper
his soul.
experience.
All that
It really wasn't that
remains
bad.
of our friar renown.
Just not a lot of regular experience. Gonna go warm up. It's cold here. Talk later. Yep, I'm gonna wrap up for the evening as well. You guys have a wonderful night. Let me see if there's anybody else streaming DDO right now. There probably is. There usually is. I feel like there are a couple. Oh, Reaper or Voodoo is doing some shit. We'll send it over to Voodoo because we love that dude that Voodoo do. Alright, kids. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will probably... If the weather's nice, I will not be on tomorrow during the day. But we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, hope you have a wonderful time. Toodles.